All right, we are live for the Chinese Grand Prix. Wow, a week goes quick, doesn't it?
It does. It was
It's a hell of a week, I tell you that.
felt like quite a long week off as well.
So, what have we got? 25 minutes until the Grand Prix starts.
Yeah.
What did you think of the sprint race yesterday?
I don't know. It gives me fears for this race. It'll be a lot like Australia, where it starts hot,
I think you can expect that.
and then it'll pretty quickly turn into a whole lot of nothing. But
By what lap though?
well,
10?
yeah. I mean,
15?
lap 7, lap 8. I think George got through.
So do you think, is it over? Is it Mercedes? Is it going to be a Mercedes fest? Can they have like a perfect year, essentially?
I think Ferrari will put up a battle. Like
So
they don't, like
the problem is though, if you think about the sprint race, Ferrari were just as concerned with fighting each other,
yeah,
and
that will be the season long thing.
and they just let George get away.
Yeah.
Where if maybe they 2v1 George, maybe they have an opportunity there to try and get a win.
Yeah,
But as it stands, they were just
dog fighting each other.
yeah, and they got caught up in that bullshit. So
Yeah, I think they'll put up a good fight. I think they like you would have seen Lewis Hamilton's comments in the press conference post quali, where he's talking about you're talking about their party mode and how they turn it on in Q2 and all of a sudden they're 4 or 5 tenths ahead of their rivals.
I actually didn't catch that. So they can turn up.
Well, this is Lewis Hamilton talking about Mercedes,
Oh, okay.
but he was saying, I was at Mercedes for a long time. I know what their options are for different modes, and he's brought up party mode, which is what they used to call it when he was there.
Party mode.
Yeah.
Mario party mode.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's what he was saying. Effectively, Q1 they seem close because they don't turn it on yet. Q2 is when they'll engage party mode, and that's why in the race they're a lot closer than in quali.
So do you reckon Oscar can get on the podium, or do you think it's just going to be Mercedes Ferrari?
Oh, we haven't seen McLaren race Ferrari yet, so this will be interesting. I mean, where's he qualified? 5th, I think. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yep. Well, actually, hang on. Let's have a look at the grid. Shall we?
but I mean, watching this sounds like Lando might start from the pit lane, or is starting from the pit lane. Might even be
Is that
official.
confirmed?
Well, he's not on the grid, so as far as I'm aware.
Oh
I think
yeah.
he's-
So if you haven't made it out by now, you're
yeah,
not making it out.
yeah. So I think he's starting from pit lane or not starting at all. Wouldn't that be funny? 2 races in a row, both McLarens get a do not start. Yeah, so no racing in April is going to be a pain.
We knew it was coming. Do you think they're going to try and replace those extra 2 rounds somewhere in the calendar, or I know they haven't really said anything, but
Doesn't
are they
sound
going to
like it.
do what they sort of did with COVID and just try and do some double-header weekends, or?
Doesn't sound like it. It sounds like from what I haven't seen much, but sounds like it might just be a case of no racing in April.
That's
I mean, that's a real bump. That's a real these new regs. You need these first 2 or 3 rounds out the way, and then it's just going to be a month off, and all the hype, and probably the bit of what people aren't enjoying about it. It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be good for the sport. I think they should try pretty hard to try and get at least 1 round in there.
in April
Yeah.
somewhere.
Otherwise,
Well, it'd
people
have to be
going to
Suzuka,
miss
right?
it.
Because that's a dedicated race track where you don't have to do any kind of setup.
Yeah. Hey, well, Philip, we still got Phillip Island.
So surely they go back to back. I mean, I don't see them going to Phillip Island.
No.
That's
Phillip Island, the Bend. There's options here. They could come back to China. I mean, China's probably a better track than Suzuka, or at least racing wise.
I don't know. Suzuka was a real disappointment last year.
That's what I mean.
One of the dullest races.
I think it
But
was the worst race of the year.
I don't know. These cars are probably made more for a track like Suzuka now in the way that they
They're a lot smaller and more agile.
race.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shame though. I mean, we're just getting used to this live streaming thing. It's a bit of fun. Then we're gonna go straight into April and have a whole lot of nothing.
Bit of pressure not saying something stupid live for you.
Well, for me, yeah. Yeah. No, we've kept ourselves pretty clean.
No, once you figure out all the technical stuff, because we don't have Chris here to hold our hands anymore.
No.
So
Hold your hand. It's all you know. You run the show.
always have.
Yeah,
That's why I get paid.
that's it. Yeah. I don't know what that's like. Yeah, it's a shame. Or we saw Max come from 20th last week to 6th. I don't think
Well-
Lando is going to. I don't see Lando cracking the points from the pit lane.
It's a good point. Because they're pointing the finger at each other going, he's got the better car. No, he's got the better
Yeah.
car. So it'll be interesting to see if Lando can do the same sort of thing as what Max did last week.
Yeah.
Like the roles are reversed now. Can he at least pass the rest of the field and get back up to the major teams?
Yeah, get back to that top 4.
I'm not
But I
going to lie. Hearing Lando starting from the pit stop from pit lane does give me a little bit of a chub.
Yeah.
So
Especially after last week. As much as Oscar may be unlikely title contender, having him get some points back on Lando's exciting.
well, he hasn't got. How many points did he get for the sprint? I can't remember how the points run.
It's
but
eight.
he's on the
It's
ball.
8 to
He's
1.
off the mark. He's
It's
off the mark.
8 to 1.
So he got a couple
Yeah,
points.
where did he finish? I don't know. Lando outscored him, didn't he?
Well, what did I say? He's
So there's a problem with Max's car here too.
well, no shit. It got out qualified by Alpine. That's just embarrassing.
Yeah, it's true. The whole car is just a problem.
When you're out qualified by an ex Red Bull teammate in an Alpine,
You got problems.
Max ain't going to be happy.
That's the thing, It's like we spoke about mid-year, preseason, about what type of drivers may benefit from these rules and the way they have to adapt to driving them. And I thought Max was going to be one, but I feel like his attitude is a case of, nah, fuck this, I'm going home. Like his attitude isn't, I'm happy to learn, he's kind of like, you know what, I enjoyed the fun years of this sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need
He's
to
like,
be
Le Mans looks pretty good this time of year.
Yeah.
Mish 6393. Why is Lando starting from the pit lane? We've just switched on,
Well, I think they're about to say, but they took his floor off. So
which means it's usually
They're-
something pretty major.
something
If you're
pretty
taking-
deep inside the car.
If you're taking the floor off a car 20 minutes before you're starting to race, you
Yeah.
got something severe going on.
Yeah, but they had the car back together when we were looking at it, but they missed, I don't know if they just missed the outlaps, so they just, whether they're not done repairing it or not.
Maybe he had 100 kilowatts of power torque through the car,
Yeah.
shanked him into the pit wall or something.
Maybe Mercedes released their special intel that they were apparently hiding from all the other Mercedes teams.
Nah, don't be silly. They'll gatekeep that for as long as they possibly can. So what if McLaren have a month off of no racing as a Mercedes-powered vehicle? Can they make enough updates, or have they even learnt enough about the car and the engine to maybe try and take the fight to them post-Japan? Like, we know that Oscar loves Europe.
Yeah.
If he's not fighting for wins through Europe, I mean, it's game over. Throw the season in the bin.
It's clearly the era, or straight away in the new part of the era, that you want to be a engine constructor, not an engine customer. So
Well, this is what people were saying. They were
if
some
Mercedes are literally like they know every single thing about that engine, as they would have with the last car, but then you bring in all the aerodynamics effects. Like the Mercedes being the engine constructor, you're gonna have no chance against them.
Not well,
As a brand new engine to the sport.
certainly in the first year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look how long it took McLaren to get their shit together in the last regs.
Yeah.
That they were only really able to win the constructors in the
last
second
two.
last year,
For the last 2 years, yeah.
and then got the drivers in the last year.
But even that, as far as engine regs goes, that was like the 10th and 11th year of those engine regs. So
That's
yeah,
true.
the bodywork
Yeah.
regs changed, but as far as the engine goes, like
It stayed.
they
it
only
stayed
just
the
learned
same,
enough
yeah.
about the engine or had enough information or whatever to overcome Mercedes because their aero package was right.
I don't know. Last week, it was funny turning on last week and seeing a McLaren in the wall. We turn on this week and a McLaren starting in the pit lane.
Yeah.
It's been a rough start for them.
Yeah.
This
at least
week,
they're not
this week
fighting
I'm
for
in a much better mood compared to last
Yeah.
week. 'Cause last
Yeah.
week,
I'm a lot happier this week. Last week was
Jeez.
pretty gut wrenching. So Kimi, youngest pole sitter in history.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what,
there's some good names on that list too.
there is. I'll tell you what though, he had plenty of time to spare. He was almost 2 years younger than Seb.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like,
I thought it was
he
going to be
had-
a lot closer.
Yeah, normally it
I
is.
thought you were
Normally
talking
like
months.
yeah, exactly. But it was he had heaps of time. It was a given.
It was inevitable. Yeah.
The
I
other
don't know.
interesting,
There's part of it though, because I don't know if you saw Hadjar. His comments on it were like, "You got a rocket ship." Like he's
Yeah.
really that surprised, and I kind of agree with that. It's like it's not like the car's only just better, and like you still have to put together a perfect lap.
Yeah.
We've seen with Kimi, he's making mistake after mistake, but he still has such a good car that he can bounce back and recover, and put it on pole.
Yeah.
Or like, he had a 10-second penalty in the sprint in the sprint race. He dropped back, a handful of positions.
Yeah, I don't know why they were allowed to serve that under safety car. That flabbergasted me.
Is that not a normal thing?
No, normally you can't serve your time penalties under safety car, but
you
safety
sure?
got was announced. I'm pretty damn sure.
Was it because it was a virtual
But
first,
it wasn't.
and then
It wasn't a virtual first. It was nothing, and then it was a full-blown safety car. I don't know if it's because they pitted before it was on track and they were queued up, but yeah, they were allowed to serve it, which surprised me.
It's actually a good point.
I mean, it worked out
I
quite well.
I was more just flabbergasted that they still use the safety car.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it's only round 2, so we shouldn't complain. But this is a long-running issue. This lack of safety car.
Oh yeah. What's his name? Bert Mylander.
Yeah.
He's one of the most overpaid people
Oh god.
for the job that he has.
I was going to say I saw a list and I think it was the youngest something. I wish I could remember exactly what it was, but the list was everyone on the list, six, 7 drivers on the list. Every single one of them was a world champ except Charles Leclerc. But I wish I could remember what the list was.
Wait for the
No,
Pole Sitter or something else?
No, that's what I'm saying. I wish I could remember what it was. I was going to bring it up, but I can't remember what it was now. But it was
I saw a list that it might have been this one. It was every person who went pole on China went on to win the world championship that year, except
the Aussies.
for 2 Aussies.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was a different one. But yeah, that was.
So
That was-
naturally,
that was just-
I was like, oh, Aussies getting shafted again.
It wasn't even pole. It was every driver to win the Chinese
to
Grand
win,
Prix
sorry.
since
Yeah.
2014 has gone on to win the championship, except for 2, and that was Ricciardo and Piastri.
Shafted.
Yeah. I wish I could remember what the other one
It's a
was.
conspiracy. F1 just hates Aussies.
That was a good move, by the way, from Lewis. Lap 1 during the sprint.
You like that?
That was a good move.
He's got his mojo back.
He does a little bit.
I think Ferrari need to potentially make a call here. They have 2 excellent first-class drivers. They've clearly got a car that's pretty strong, but I think one-on-one it's not strong enough to take on the Mercs.
Yeah.
I think if they can work together, they could potentially win some races here if they can 2v1 a Merc.
Well, we saw the
know.
technical difficulties George had in quali. If that happens in the race, all you need to do is be there.
Like Lewis cooked his tyres fighting George so hard, and then basically prevented Leclerc having any chance to maybe attack George, who that Merc doesn't seem to have degrading tyres to the level of the Ferraris.
Yeah.
But if he's having to fight off 2 Ferraris, surely one of them can get him.
Yeah, you'd think so.
And then with the safety car right at the very end there, it was like, there's a real chance here that, Ferrari could snag a win. They're right back in there. But, yeah, George just...
Lando out of the... Charles out of the hairpin just bagged it up completely and just nearly turned it completely around. And then, that was it. But this is a problem with the sprint. I like the sprint races. More racing, the better. But
it almost seems made for these regs, eh?
well, now it's almost like a spoil. I don't think we're going to see the start of this race with all the overtaking, because I think that's why we get so much at the start, because people are learning where the best
They already have the
deployment-
insider knowledge.
Yeah. They know, all right, now we know exactly where we need to not use it to ensure we have enough to get a full battery all the way down the straight and down to turn 1.
I love this track. I think this is like top 3 track for me on the calendar. As far as layout, racing, look. It looks a bit dry this year. Looks like they haven't had rain in a while. But that grandstand over that front straight,
Yeah.
iconic.
Huge.
So great.
Have you seen the images that have been coming out on social media? Oh, there's the youngest pole sitter. He's years on Seb.
2 years, yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, look how far down the list Max is,
Well,
really.
everyone is 21, except for Antonelli, he's 19. So
What's the thing? Max was 17 when he started, but then when he went to Red Bull, he wasn't the best car. Like, Kimmy's a bit lucky in that sense. Second year in the sport, and he's literally got the best car in the grid.
So what's going on here? We're an Australian pod, but you're wearing a Daytona cap and a Chevrolet shirt.
Yeah.
You're trying your hardest to turn into a good old boy, eh? You're bringing buds to the pod, what, last week?
Yeah, the week before. Last week was Heine. Well, if Australia still made some cool stuff, then...
I have to say, out of the beers that we've had so far, Heineken is a solid last on that list.
yeah. I was wondering where you were going to go with that.
I did not enjoy
the Heinies.
Yeah.
See, I said to you before the pod, I hadn't had a Heineken before, and you said you had, so then I was surprised afterwards when you were like, yeah, I didn't love it.
Yeah, no, there's way better beers out there than the Heine. But, you know, sorry,
Bud.
F1's major sponsor.
Yeah. The Bud was good. I mean, you're up for the next 2 weeks now for the beer, so have you thought about it?
Look, the bar's pretty low, to be honest. Because, yeah.
Well, you brought Northern, so that's probably the best beer.
Yeah, Northern's good, yeah.
So you've already brought the best beer. You've already blew your load early.
I tend to do that.
Yeah. So now you got to...
I tend to do that.
You can't really beat yourself. The Bud was good.
The Bud was good.
The Budweiser.
That's all you had to say on it?
The Budweiser
Yeah,
was very good. Well, it's beer.
It was better than the Heineken.
Your range
I'll
from
give it that.
beer, your range is very, very light.
Yeah.
You either got good or awful.
For beer,
Yeah.
there's no middle ground at all for beer.
There's maybe like, if it's free. You got good
That's the middle ground.
if it's free.
If I didn't have to pay for it and
awful.
it's crap, like
Yeah.
it's still, you know.
Like there's some beer out there that even
Decent.
if it's free, I'm not doing it.
Nah, that's a lie.
No, I'm not lying.
Bullshit.
I'm serious.
You're not drinking a beer if it's free and it's crap.
If it's as
Or,
bad,
or if you've had to pay for it.
No, I'm saying if it's free. There's some beer that I won't drink if it's free. If it's as bad as I don't want to name names because they may want to go, hey, we'll sponsor you.
Somehow I don't think that's going to be an
Probably
issue for
not.
us, but
No, probably not.
Go ahead, name names. Go
Just
ahead.
imagine they could be on the edge of their seat, like, oh, we really like these guys. That happens to be who I outs as not a good tasting beverage.
Norris's car still in garage ahead of Chinese Grand Prix. Have they said officially what is going on? No. Update from McLaren.
Problems for Audi as well.
We'd identified an issue on Lando's car, which we're still working to rectify. They have just under 20 minutes to fix the issue. 7 now. He was standing on the thing for the national anthem.
I mean, they showed the garage. The mechanics didn't seem to be doing a whole lot.
Yeah, so I wonder if they've
Who knows? These cars, it's probably all you plug a computer and just work on it that way.
or the George thing, just change out the spare steering wheel. you
Yeah,
know.
that was actually interesting intel. I'm glad.
I was gonna text you steering wheel.
Gloves. I'm actually glad sometimes that Bernie is in the commentary box.
Oh, you're a fan of Bernie, are you?
Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes.
Okay.
It was like when they're talking about, new steering wheel, we're going to make sure the buttons are the same. And she said, there is someone hired who literally just sits there and changes the buttons as George changes his buttons.
Man, how do I get that job?
Yeah. And I was like,
I want that job.
and they said, oh, imagine like that. Man, you'd be doing it knowing this is never going to need. But then until it does. And imagine if you didn't do it.
And then the pressure.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And then I saw, because the dude grabbed the steering wheel, he ran over to the car, and then George just took it from him anyway and was doing it, and he was just crouched sitting there.
Yeah, but the button, I'm guessing the buttons will be ready. That's what they're saying.
Like
it's not-
preloaded?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's so
So
many buttons
every-
and different orientations and all
So
the rest.
every change that they make on the main steering wheel,
Yeah, so as
they'll have
George,
it ready to go on the backup.
Yeah, so as George changes an engine mode, they're like in the background with the button, with the
He's
steering
sitting
wheel
on
just
there.
sitting there and like
Yeah.
it's sim. He's sweet. Next one, like have it all ready to go as he's changing, diff settings and power modes and brake bias, like everything. They're able to they're changing it. That way, if you need that steering wheel, it's like bang. Like you said, how do you get that job?
Yeah, I mean, I look at most of the people in the behind the scenes grid, and I think, how did these people get into this? You know,
Yeah.
you probably have to be in Europe, I would assume.
Good start. Yeah,
You know,
no doubt.
most of the factories are over there.
You have to be in Europe to be a driver of these things.
Probably have to be single. I mean, you're traveling around every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be tough to have a family doing that. So
Unless your family
Yeah.
come free.
you have kids, so you're out. I don't
Yeah.
have kids. I'm
Bummer.
Hi me. I'm
You're
in.
ready to go.
I'm in. All right. So who do you think, honestly, is making the podium?
Not Charles.
Barring failures, because I'm sure we're going to still see a handful of
Yeah.
failures.
Well, yeah. I mean, you'd still pick George for the win. Kimmy.
You don't
Like George has
You don't
had.
reckon Kimmy can fight off George?
Nah, I don't think so. George has had the pace all year, every session. That was an anomaly of a session. I think it'll be George, Kimmy,
So Mercedes
maybe
1, 2.
Hamilton. I mean, he seemed very racy yesterday, and he would have learnt from his tyre woes.
Hamilton looks stronger here than Leclerc. He
Yeah.
seems more comfortable. He seems to really love China. Obviously, we saw him,
Yeah, he had the win last year as well.
and that was Ferrari's only taste of success. So, I reckon. Oh, Piastri's pushed back to the garage as well. Is he going to go two races?
I made a joke before we went on about Zach Brown. Oscar, we can't push you out either.
Are you kidding me? Are we going to go a second race without seeing Oscar
I don't know why we
potentially?
pod. I don't know why we pod. Let's just change the nationality of this
All
podcast.
right, should we change team driver?
Quickly change in
Go
the
Charles.
fantasy league.
Go Charles.
In the
Yeah,
fantasy league, dump Oscar because he's not racing
Oscar.
this year.
He's costing us.
He's semi-retired.
What is going on? So they're going to run through the grid formation, but both McLarens are off grid.
So Perez, he might be on for a podium.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, you know what? I'll back Oscar. You know, maybe he could get lucky. Something might happen between the Ferraris and the Mercs, and he could snag a podium. But well, that's gone to shit.
Gabe in the garage. I mean, look at the gaps already. 2 gaps up to 13th. There's 2 gaps in the grid.
I've been hearing a lot of chatter about how F1 have been silencing anyone who's been talking negative about these new regs, which seems pretty. I think we might have mentioned it on the pod episode. Seems pretty extreme. Like, obviously, it's a business. It's an entertainment package. They've got to protect it. This is going to be the way. So, are you telling me the whole third row is going to be empty?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm starting to. We've been pretty, like, I'd say, more on the positive side of these regs. You know, we've gone through too many seasons of no overtaking, no action. At least we have that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but I tell you what,
Man.
things aren't looking good. There hasn't been a lot of positivity between the drivers not named George Russell or Kimi Antonelli.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is.
But
So I wonder if
you know what's going to happen now? They would have had enough time to identify and repair Lando's car. He's going to get it there and race. Oscar, they're going to be like, this was too last minute. We had to focus on Lando's car because he was first in. Oscar's just going to have no chance of racing this thing.
So I wonder if they've identified the issue with Lando's car, checked it on Oscar's, and gone, oh shit, Oscar's got the same problem as well.
Just send it. What's the problem? If you're not going to fix it, send it.
Tell you what, it's not been a good season to be a McLaren fan so far, especially not an Oscar fan. Last week was heartbreaking.
I just can't believe it.
Yay, China.
Maybe it's good that there's going to be no racing in April.
Yeah, well, for McLaren at least, they got some shit to sort out.
We can switch to NASCAR for a month.
I don't want to watch NASCAR.
Hey,
Come
you just
on,
talked
man.
about wanting to
Don't do me
watch
like that.
entertaining racing and overtakes and... Enough of that. We got something of a race, I guess. With 19 cars. I was promised 22 cars this year. I'm yet to see it.
Yeah, not a single race where we've had a full grid start yet.
I mean, we've actually had less cars.
Sov Zaranthos, hey, what's
Hello.
up? What's up? How are you? I'm good. How are you? Well, we were good.
Yeah,
We were good until we heard that Oscar has been pushed back to the pits and he's not starting from grid. So the whole look at that, third row empty.
Arguably haven't been good since Zandvoort 2025.
Yeah, it's been a slow decline
Yeah.
from that moment.
You said last week we didn't know how it could get any worse. As for Oscar, as far as Australia year on
Yeah.
year.
I got to stop throwing out these off the cuff comments there.
Yeah. Because it can get worse. I mean, look at this.
Maybe we
Medium-
should change tactics and maybe we should be like, George Russell deserves to be world champion.
Careful what you wish for, buddy.
He's the best driver out there.
Yeah.
I think I could, if we have a genuine fight here of, Ferrari v Mercedes, if we at least have that to tune in each week, I'm down for that. It'll just be like the Daniel Ricciardo era. It'll be like, cool, who's going to win? And then where's Daniel going to place?
Yeah.
And can he crack the top 10? Can he get some points? Fine. That pulled us through many years. We can do that. But if it's going to be a Mercedes fest and George is just going to be 10 seconds down the road, and this is going to be like the Hamilton Mercedes era,
Yeah.
sign me off now.
That's what it's going to be.
Watching from India. Oh, wow.
What time is it in India?
Yeah, what time is it over there? What is it? 6 p.m.
Yeah.
here.
We're
in
uneducated,
Australia.
so I got no clue straight off the bat. I couldn't even give you a punt.
Oscar in the pits now. Yeah, we're thinking about ending the stream here. And
Hey.
Well, I don't want to cry
Careful,
live on
careful.
camera.
No, well, maybe people will like that. People like a sensitive man.
They like the vulnerability. Yeah. Yeah, Oscar and Pitts, McLaren are in all sorts of trouble. We'll just give him Verstappen a bit of stick about
I don't think
being
he's going to the end of
unqualified
the-
from an Alpine, but at least his car works. At least he's making the race. So 12:30 p.m. Welcome to our life. That is
Lovely.
That is our life every race
No,
week at
PM.
midnight.
PM.
Oh, sorry, PM.
Yeah.
PM. Oh, that's lovely.
5.5 hours
Sorry,
ago, yeah.
sorry.
That's a great time.
Yeah. 12:30 a.m. is just encoded into my brain as.
I mean,
an
that
F1
must
fan.
mean most of the races are at a decent old time.
Yeah, so India is where you want to watch the F1 from. Maybe we should move.
Who do you support?
Yeah, you an Oscar fan or when did you come into the sport? Was it Force India days? You remember those days?
Oh, yeah. There used to be an Indian Grand Prix.
Where did they race? What was the track? Do you remember?
Delhi.
It was.
Yeah. I'm 90% confident
You don't
with
look.
that.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't look too confident.
I'm
so-
pretty confident. There you go. Look, Gabby's not even in the car. So he's out. And he
So-
was their, point scoring driver.
So I guess at the moment it looks like both McLaren starting from pit lane.
Nah, they're not even starting from pit lane.
Oh no, not
I
starting.
don't even know if they
So
can
they're
enter the race if they don't
if
start
they
starters'
don't make
orders.
it out onto the
Yeah. I don't think you can just start on lap 5.
one Audi out in Bortoletto. I'd be surprised if the Aston Martins and the Cadillacs have both pulled up on grid because things haven't been great for them.
That's the thing. Oh, what if you can
Ooh.
reverse? I don't know, maybe.
You know Verstappen. So Gasly
He's
just
called
missed
that
his
in.
mark. You know Verstappen straight away has dobbed him in. Yeah, Gasly has gone. I'm not used to starting this high up the grid.
Yeah. We
I-
tried to
I'm-
snag an extra spot,
What
cheeky.
does this look like? Where's my market? I'm used to being an 18th.
We got a drone. The drone footage has been good this year.
All right, so I know that we're delayed by probably about 30 seconds. So, but for us, the race is in pre-start mode now.
Yeah.
So see if Ferrari get off to one of their iconic starts.
Yeah, they're coming together.
Ooh, yep, Hamilton's going to have the lead here.
Yeah.
Look at that. The Merc is defending the Merc.
1-2 Ferrari.
Wow.
Did you see how hard Leclerc was defending against Piastri during the sprint around turn 1?
Yeah.
Had him off the track, essentially.
Ooh, okay. Ooh,
Yellow
so we got-
flags.
yeah, yellow straight away. Jeez, Hamilton just loves China, doesn't he?
He needs
So-
Leclerc in second, though.
I'm not seeing any Mercs in that field there, so far.
No Albon either. Missed that one.
No Albon either, most DNS in history.
Question mark. Good chance. I mean, that's
Yeah.
at 4 did not start.
Albon. Geez, Williams have had a fall off, haven't they? That is such a shame for them.
Tell you what, there's a good chance for points today.
Hamilton supporter. Oh, well, you'll be cheering right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we should be Hamilton supporters.
Oh, was that Max or was that's Max? That's
No,
Isaac.
Hadza-
Oh, the
Hadjar,
6
yeah.
look like a 3. Change their numbers. I look like a 3 for sure. So we're not seeing the movement. Oh, Lord.
He's pushed him right out onto the track there, hasn't he?
And then
he's locked it up for good measure.
Amateur.
This is what happens when these sorts of drivers get up in the grid there. Behrman's tumbled down the grid.
Yeah, we just saw no movement that lap. In the top couple of drivers, so that's interesting. This is what I said though, in the sprint they learn these things, you know.
So we haven't seen yet. So the McLarens haven't come out at all, have they?
Well,
Are they going to go down as? Oh, yeah, there you go.
There you
Yep.
go.
So
Yeah.
officially a DNS. I can't believe 2 weeks in a row we're not going to see Oscar run a Grand Prix.
Pretty rude. Isaac's not DNF'd. Who's out? I wonder if he tagged the Haas on the way through.
Yeah, he must have, surely. So can Hamilton fight off the Mercs? Can the Ferraris work together to keep the Mercs behind them?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they learnt how to deploy their batteries during the sprint yesterday.
I mean, I'll say right now, if Hamilton can come out and get a win here, hey Nick, what happened to Piastri? So pre-race,
He was on the grid and happy.
So pre-race, Lando didn't make it out to the start grid. He had some sort of issue. And then they confirmed that Oscar had the same issue. And they actually pushed his car off the grid back into the garage. And they've both been officially ruled as DNSs.
Yeah, they go out of the car.
Yep. So Piastri still yet to race a single Grand Prix lap.
Tell you what, if he has the same thing in China, he's not going to race till May.
Well,
The season
so
will start in
Japan,
May.
if he doesn't have...
If he doesn't start again,
Yep.
and he misses out in all of April, obviously, like the rest of us do.
Antonelli's now leading the race. So Antonelli has taken Hamilton, unfortunately for you. Zarathos.
And yeah, it does feel like a bit of a shit show, doesn't it? Especially all these DNSs. I mean, these McLaren have travelled all the way to China.
Yeah.
to
Don't
not-
give
to
don't
not
give
even
up hope,
attempt.
though. So at the moment, yeah, Antonelli first, Hamilton second, Russell third, Leclerc fourth. Pretty much the top four that we figured. Papaya rules, not allowed to race Lando if Lando doesn't. Yeah, that's what you said before.
Yeah.
Basically,
Called it as soon as we turned the coverage on and Lando was still in the pits.
Yeah, Zach Brown would have made a call.
Yep.
Lando's out of this race. It's only fair. Oscar, you sit this one out too, so they pushed the McLaren back in.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. As soon as Mercedes get the lead, that's it.
They can just streak off, can't they? Yeah, I mean, he's pulling out.
But we didn't even
almost
get
a
to see
second.
all the weird, crazy switchback of positions.
So they had the extra digits on the timing board in the sprint round, I believe.
No, not in
Or
the
was
sprint
it
race, but in
qualifying?
qualifying. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny. I thought it was just me. He would have had an issue with that, but I saw quite the uproar
Oh,
on
yeah.
social media.
Yeah.
Everyone wants their tenths,
Everyone
hundreds, and
wanted it back.
thousands. This makes me nervous, these regs. You know what I mean?
I think Formula One are nervous.
Once it's 4 laps and you already get that. I mean, look at that. Look at that. George just drove past him like he was standing still.
Yeah, so what did you say? Merck 1 and 2 and then Hamilton 3? Well,
Hamilton 3.
they're in that position now, and is that the way it's going to stay for the next
I mean, I did call
52
George.
long laps?
Settle in. Yeah. I missed last year.
Oh, man, how fun was it? How fun was it when Oscar was fighting for wins?
You don't know your. It's best to know your enemy. I think.
Yeah.
Those old engines with these new aero regs might not have been so bad. Might not have been a bad thing.
You know what fixed everything? V10s.
Yeah. V10s on petrol.
And we'll harp
Actually,
on
you know
about
what?
it.
Probably not on petrol these days.
Biofuel.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah. biofuel, but they couldn't afford the petrol.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They'd blow the budget on the their budget for
the
the
salary
year.
caps.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'd be like, don't crash the car because we can't afford it because the extra parts have gone to the fuel cost.
Yeah.
Just to run these.
God, I hope we actually get some news on what happened to McLaren. I mean, based off what we didn't hear about, Hulk last weekend.
So yeah, both McLarens didn't start. Bortoletto didn't start, which is a real shame for him because he had a great Oz GP, and that Audi looked pretty racy, pretty reliable, unless you're Hulkenberg. But yeah, Bortoletto, he had a flyer last round, so a bit of a shame for him.
Well, imagine how many overtakes they get to say they did today after Piastri and Norris.
Oh yeah,
they've dropped, they've plummeted.
Well, that's already like 30 right there.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, he's off the track. Max off at turn 1. And he's back behind Arvid.
So, what bizarro world are we in right now? Like, we've got 2 Alpines in 5th and 6th. Like, ahead of a Max Verstappen. The McLarens are nowhere to be seen. Like,
God, Max just bogged.
I can't believe, because I don't know if you saw, and I don't think we spoke about it, but Flavio said that if this season isn't a success, he's going to quit.
Who says this? Flavio.
Okay. And I was like, oh, he's gone. See you later.
Yeah, bummer, dude.
But, as it is right now, they're actually looking like one of the stronger teams all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So, Colapinto running 6th. Best ever for him. Where did he finish with when he did the guest appearances?
With the Williams?
Yeah.
He had a couple of points finishes, but I don't know if he ever was that high.
Yeah, I don't think he got quite up to
maybe like a 9th or an 8th. So he's probably, I don't think he'll stay there, but
he definitely had point finishes. So we squeezed him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I didn't realize they hold the the straight line mode off for the first lap. I don't know if that's a new thing.
So yeah, he had the same problem as last week. He just got.
But this is also what happened in the sprint. This is exactly what the sprint looked like for Max.
So the Ford engines don't like
starting.
Yeah.
Red Bull will be putting up a petition for rolling starts in Formula 1.
Oh yeah, you just know he'd be fuming too. That was straight in the side pod.
They teammates.
So, were they? Was that?
Yeah, that was Perez and Bottas.
That's a big no-no. Teammate on teammate touching.
Yeah.
So far, it seems the extra 2 cars this year were approved to make the grid not look like as much of a joke with all these DNSs.
Yeah, we yet to see the 22 cars start.
Yeah, we haven't seen
last
22
week we had 20
cars get off.
We had 20 cars start last week.
Piastri and Hulk.
Oh, he just went around.
Ooh, how did he miss him? Yeah, that Ford-powered Red Bull. That's looking bad news for them. First, second Merc, third, fourth Ferrari. Yeah,
sounds about right.
I think you can settle into that now. Like, there's no way the Alpines are ever going to.
McLaren's are that stopgap between Ferrari and everyone else, and they're not there.
Gasly's 8 seconds behind the leader on lap 6. They're running at their true mid-pack level, but the problem is everyone's kind of running at a mid-pack level compared to those 4 there. So,
I mean, Max was on softs as well. He's on the best tyres for the start of a Grand Prix. Just doesn't matter.
And he's behind 2 Racing Bulls, and a Haas, and 2 Alpines.
And the Alpines. That's the thing. Again, he should be able to.
But hey, if you're a Red Bull fan and if you're a Max fan, at least you're getting to watch a driver race some Grand Prix. It might not be enjoyable racing,
but you're able to see him racing, which is something we haven't experienced in 2026 yet.
It sucks to be a Piastri fan.
I mean, thank God there was the sprint.
Last year was a dream. This year's so far been a nightmare.
Well, we said last year, how often do we say last year that Oscar seemed to win the boring races? So at least they were boring as shit. But man, was the result tasty.
I'll never complain about that again.
Yeah. Now we're getting, not the most exciting racing. Paired with, don't even get to see Oscar take the grid.
Yeah. Just want to see his beautiful helmet.
Tell you what, he's keeping his win percentage intact though.
Yeah. If you can't win it, just DNS.
Yeah.
Just save yourself the stat, right? Remember that long Mercedes era of basically Hamilton will win unless he had some sort of a problem, and then it will be Bottas will pick up the scraps.
Yeah.
And then it was like, all right, who's going to come second and third? You know?
No, that's why it was good when you had. Oh man, look at Max's tires. They're already cooked on lap 7.
Oh yeah, that front left
That is gnarly.
smoked.
Look
I
at that.
mean-
He can't even look at that understeer. The weight on that.
And he's going to have to put up with that for what, another 5 laps?
Well, they actually. I saw
I mean-
they had the pre-race pit stop predictions. I think it said lap 18 was a soft tire.
For minimum, as a
Their
2-stop
window.
strategy or as a
No,
1-stop?
one.
Nah, so he's got to switch to a 2-stop. That front left.
They
is
had
cooked.
the intel from the sprint as well. And because what was the sprint? 19 laps. I think it was 19 laps.
Yeah.
Plus they had a
19,
couple laps
yes,
of safety
yep.
car. They had the intel of how bad the tires were. I'm surprised they ran the soft still.
Verstappen's tires look real angry already. They don't look angry. They look dead. They looked absolutely fried. They are cooked.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's good when you can see it from that distance.
They're not really playing a lot of driver radio anymore, and the conspiracy, which is probably based on fact, let's be honest, is that it's because the drivers are just complaining the whole time. As I say that, Verstappen
My
radio,
tyre
my
is
tire is dead.
Just one tire.
Yeah,
He's happy
well,
with the other 3.
Yeah, the front right looks pretty brand new.
Classic Bridgestone deal. Buy 3, get 1 free. Just
Yeah.
wants that one switched out.
Yeah.
It's funny because you look at this part looks like it should kill a tire, but the front right looks fine.
Well, like see the tire here on the left, you can actually see the rubber just flying off it.
Yeah.
Like it's just shredding up the
flaking away.
tires big time. I noticed that in the sprint too. Just how
I mean, we asked for tires to be dying, but it's funny. They look disgusting, but like it doesn't seem to be affecting his pace. Like you feel like he could easily get to lap 20 on them. You just got to if they'll actually survive is the only thing.
big call. You know, strapping on those softs when
Yeah.
literally no other driver did, and we saw yesterday that softs were just not it.
No.
So
I think it was.
I don't know if their tire allocation is not in a good spot, so he kind of needs to run these softs. But
I think it's in an effort to get off the line. Oh, that's not ideal from Liam, which makes sense. Really? That was Lindblad. Why's the totem pole?
no, that's
Yeah, no, it was Lindblad who
okay,
overtook
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But Liam,
I'll say. Yeah, I was going to say, they're on different tire strats. I'm surprised RB aren't trying to switch them around. $41. Odd racing number. Doesn't hold much weight.
it's funny you say that because I literally had the exact same thought yesterday.
Yeah, there's some
thought,
numbers
wow,
that just
41.
don't.
It's not like it's not a nice
It's not
looking
a
number.
strong number. It's not a.
It's just a forgetful number.
Yeah.
It's a nothing number.
Well, he's always asking for team orders. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Because his
Lawson-
name's not Sergio. It's okay.
Yeah. Lawson, true racer, that one. I love the Chinese track.
You love what?
Love the Chinese track. I love that
Yeah.
big, long straight that just goes straight into that hairpin.
Hmm.
You know,
He's racking up the traveling miles, but he's not doing much with them.
if I have to watch Piastri in casual wear,
Yeah.
more so than him in a race suit, I might cry. Shed some tears.
I'm gonna have to watch more practice just to see him in the car. I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Look,
look,
we're
I
a long
think,
cry from last year.
let's be honest. We probably did know what we're in for in terms of like McLaren probably weren't going to be fighting for a world championship this year,
Yeah.
just based on the whole politics and things that go around the engine and having to get your head around it. But I think this is a
Ooh, there
this
you
is
go,
a fall
10
from
laps.
grace that we did
stoppers.
not see coming. That's for sure. So,
Not this far off.
I'm gonna have to take some mental health leave, eh? Just
From the pod.
from the pod, from live,
Yeah.
just.
So 2 stoppers. So this is something different.
It's so funny. You go through a week.
Oh,
That's
my
true.
God,
how many
stop.
how many 2-stoppers did we see from actual genuine
Yeah.
contenders, so to speak?
Yeah.
That weren't Haas.
Yeah. Or
Al-
Behrman.
or
Not
Alpine.
even Haas. Just,
or a
Behrman.
rookie who didn't know how to look after his tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I was thinking, like F1. Aston Martin going off track, looking like he.
It's just Lance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looking like he might be cooked.
Tell you
so-
what, Alonso's 12. They're at a real threat to get points.
Yeah.
That's got to be a
Yep.
safety car too in that position. That's pretty far inbound of the walls of the track.
Aggressive exit from Lawson there. Do you expect anything different? Come on. We've seen enough of Lawson to know how he does stuff. Yeah, I was going to say, it's funny, you know.
Safety car.
Wow,
Take
they're
a
bringing
picture
out
of that and frame it twice in a weekend.
I wonder if they heard us last year going, why are we only pulling out VSCs?
Do we not
Why
know
why do we
safety
ship a
cars-
safety car around the world
Yeah.
just to not use it? And now they're just trigger happy with the safety car. It's great. It's great. Hang on. Max just pitted, right? So
Yeah,
bad luck for him. Because he won't
that's
he won't
true.
benefit from that.
No.
So it doesn't even...
He's going to be cruising around now
Yeah.
at low speed after doing a full pace pit stop.
I would hate to be Max's engineer right now. Just
Yeah, he's going to be hopping.
he's just
it.
on that radio. Just oof.
Hamilton. Oh, no, Hamilton's ahead of Leclerc, so Leclerc will get stacked. Yeah, a little bit.
Mhm.
Oh, Hamilton almost.
Hamilton almost pipped him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he almost pipped him. I don't think he did.
Oh, Colapinto stayed out. I mean, he's on the hards.
Yeah.
Ocon stays out. Who cares?
At least Ferrari pitted. They learnt from last week. They're learning, you see.
Yeah.
They're learning. That's all that matters.
Wow, this is a little bit reminiscent of like the early 2010s era of F1. You know, we had some pretty rough racing there for a few years. This is starting to feel a bit like you don't really know what's going on right now. There's
Yeah.
just too much going on. A little bit of everything that it's like it's great. I'm confused.
That's. I just don't see a way. I don't see a way out. That's the thing. You look at these and you go, "What? Where is the performance?" Because I don't think it's that. It can't be that much of an aero thing, with how slow these cars enter these aero-dependent corners.
Oh no, Lance Stroll getting taken back on a scooter. What a sad sight to see. Oh no,
Sad,
yeah.
real sad. I'm
That's
just
the best.
happy it's not Alonso.
That's the best I could muster up. I'm sorry. It's just true.
I want Fernando to get points. I'll be
Look,
absolutely stoked.
This rate of attrition, we might. Everyone, look,
Everyone who
everything's up for
finishes
grabs right now.
may get points. Lap 11, and there's 5 cars out. 5 cars out of the race. That's every 2 laps we're losing a driver.
Let some hectic defense from Cole and Ock and create some crashing. That's some interesting English there.
Can you translate that one?
Yeah, you're gonna have to try again on that one. Sorry, Nick.
Hectic defense from Colapinto, I'm guessing.
That's some hectic defense from Colapinto and Ocon and create some crashing. Oh, okay, yeah, right. So you're just saying we should
because they're second and
sacrifice them.
third.
Yeah.
Predictions.
Right,
Predictions. Gotcha.
we're with you.
Yeah.
Confusion.
Ocon has no business being up in third. And neither does Colapinto.
Hang on, out of all these people, you're gonna call out Ocon.
Yeah, because Behrman's just been whipping his little boy. Whipping that.
Yeah, that's true. But this is the thing, right? There's so many different strategies going on right now that we don't really know who's in the best. Again, Antonelli, he's where he should be.
He's got a couple of
Besides-
cars between him and Russell. He's laughing.
Yeah, but aside from him, like talking about all the outliers, we don't know who's in the strongest position right now. They're on
Yeah.
different tires. Some have pitted, some haven't. You know, and at this stage, we've lost 5 cars.
Yeah.
We're going to lose some more. Like, surely. We still have Bottas in there. So we still have a Cadillac. Well, actually, sorry, we still got 2 Cadillacs
Yeah.
on there. We've still got Alonso. So, if he can make it to the end of the Grand Prix, let's be honest, that will be a mighty surprise. This is new for Cadillac, a pit stop.
Yeah.
They're not in a terrible hurry either, are they?
Yeah, I was going to say, good for me. A little bit sticky.
They were like, let's just make sure the car leaves with all 4 wheels on it.
Yeah.
Take as much time as you need.
Yeah. We're in no rush here. We're on for points. I mean, poor Max, 13th. I think he pitted out of 10th.
That's some bad luck for him. Yeah. I mean, if he didn't cook his tyres to the rate he did and he made the pit stop window that they said he should, which was lap 15, he's probably masterstroke right there,
Yeah.
All of a sudden he's back in the points. He's a contender, but
And because, again, they probably put the soft thinking, or gambling at least, on a VSC or an SC. They're within a lap or two of working out perfectly for him.
Do you know anything about this Steve Nilsson bloke?
No, I don't know why he's popped up all of a sudden.
Yeah. I haven't heard of him. I haven't seen where he's come from. Don't know
They
nothing
must
about
hate
him.
Flavio that much. They're like, we need to talk to Alpine. We normally talk to the team manager, but the team manager's Flavio. So we need to find someone else.
Don't forget, he's got a lifetime ban. So
We can't have him on the screens too much.
Yeah, we can't just flash him up all the time. People might get wise to this. Maybe it's one of those things like a lifetime ban is like only, like 20, 24 years, like a jail
Yeah.
sentence, but
What's
in
a life?
F1 terminology, it's like 15,
Yeah.
No
one. They probably just thought, you won't come back. You won't come back after
Yeah.
15 years. And he's like, hold my beer.
Well,
Guess who happens to be chairman of Renault or whatever he is.
like I said, it just takes enough time for the stink to go away.
What's the funny thing, right? Because if you remember, the team manager got, doing some dodgy stuff and he just happened to sack him and, well, shit, I guess I'll just sit in. I've got the experience.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah,
He's embezzled. I may have planted it.
yeah.
Whatever he did.
This guy might have been, hauling bags of money around the dealership doing shady deals, but hey, at least all I did was make a car crash into the wall.
Yeah. And I'm here now. I might as well just fill this vacancy.
Yeah.
Are they storm clouds or is it just real smoggy in China?
I think that's just China.
Bummer. Nah, to be honest, I reckon if it rained, I reckon the Grand Prix would be cancelled. I don't think they'd risk these cars.
It's too much of an unknown, isn't it?
I reckon they would just be like,
I mean, if they're not racing in wet conditions last year with the amount of data and knowledge and how good the
just
tires
scared
were
of
and
the
stuff.
water itself. Now they're
Yeah.
going to be scared of the light switch power these things have. Sounds like a go-kart when they
It
take
does,
off.
doesn't it? Yeah. Yep.
Just squealing away.
So
So we saw Antonelli stuff up the restart yesterday.
did we?
That's
Had-
why Piastri passed him.
Yeah,
he went
before
off
the
track.
start-finish line too. Yeah.
And then he passed
yep,
him and
Yep.
caused a stink on social media because people are like, what is he supposed to do? He stuffs up the corner. Like, yeah, you're not meant to pass before the control line, but at the end of the day, when
But
the
then,
bloke
yeah,
drives off...
what, you just ease off the accelerator?
Yeah, and then you got everyone behind you checking up. Like, at the same time, you're meant to maintain speed, so...
Yeah. So the grid as it is, and I assume, safety car ending. Antonelli first, Colapinto second. That wasn't on my bingo card. Ocon third.
If Oscar was third, I'd be stoked.
Yeah, sorry for accidentally bringing him up. Yeah, might just have to remove myself and shed a tear again.
Yeah.
Russell fourth, Hamilton fifth. So Leclerc was probably the biggest loser in that double stack.
The double stack probably lost him a spot to Lindblad,
Yeah,
but, yeah.
probably hurt him the most.
Ocon and Colapinto need to go, obviously.
I'm sure Russell's not stoked to be in fourth right now, 2 cars behind Antonelli.
Well, he's got to
This
pass
is-
these guys.
This is Antonelli's best chance right now to,
He's got
get
to
that win.
put some gap between him and Russell.
So disappointed with the lack of Jacques Villeneuve commentary during this race. I detect the sarcasm immediately in that comment.
Yeah. I did turn my TV on before I came here and saw Jacques and turned it off.
Yep. Personal favourite of the podcast.
Oh, Hamilton's right on his bumper.
So, Antonelli...
You know, Lewis v. George, it's personal too.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, he's locked up. See you later.
Ooh, so
See
yeah,
you
there you go.
later.
He's lost a position to...
He's defending Shadows and he's locked up and lost himself a spot to Lewis anyway. Oh, listen to Ant. Oh, Max is pushing Lawson. Is he still there?
A Lawson v Max that would have to be one of the most dangerous battles on
Also,
track.
talk about lack of things on bingo cards. Lawson v Max.
Yeah.
All right, so Hamilton would be stoked with
So
this.
Gasly, he pit and put on hards, yeah? Because he would have been...
He must have, yeah.
Yeah, he would have been on the mediums to start
Yeah.
the race. Tell you what, that Haas, that's one of my favourite liveries this year.
It does look good. I love the GR on it. I'll tell you what, Ferrari's lacking a bit of pace. Oh,
He got it done. Give the 7-time world champ some credit.
yeah. fresher grip.
Didn't have to use his boost button. And you're talking shit about him.
Well,
He's done
oh, it's how does he know? They either both use that boost button or neither use that boost button. Because he wasn't gaining on him. Oh, Leclerc got a cut of Russell.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that on the TV.
So Russell must just be struggling a little bit, maybe with the tyres.
Well, he's locked up. Maybe he hurted it a little bit.
What do you think of this battery meter?
You just don't know how accurate it is. You needed something.
Yeah, is it their best guesstimation? Is it just like this makes the most sense to be deploying the battery here and here?
No,
and this is
it
how
must
much
be
battery
based on.
used?
I reckon it'd be based on some kind of data. But
Surely they have a sensor, yeah.
yeah, but it could be based off time. Yeah, see, I love that move. But we saw yesterday after the restart, Leclerc, after his mistake, he finished the race only half a second behind. So the Ferrari seemed to be able to turn their shit on a lot quicker than the Mercedes after a restart.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you've got Antonelli in a Merc and you've got Hamilton in a Ferrari.
He's gaining on him. Look at that.
I'd back Hamilton in the Ferrari every day of the week. Even though that Merc is a beast, I think, I don't know, you just sense Hamilton's hungry. They've got a car that can do it if he can just be, he's just got to be perfect, right? Look, I mean,
Hamilton is on him. He's on him, yeah.
Issue with Russell seems to be dropping back from Huss and Ham. Yeah, he's just jumped on and gone, I've got no effing grip. In his usual diva self. I'm sure he's not too stoked that Antonelli's leading the Grand Prix. So
give it 3 laps.
He'll be pulling out every excuse out of the book that he can right now.
Give it 3 laps. Russell will be back up there.
Weird we are back to only 1 decimal point for the race gaps again. Yeah, we mentioned that.
It's only the races. It was the sprint and the race. It was qualifying and the practice that they bothered putting the extra decimals in. It looks so childish. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks so amateur.
This is a sport about precision, except when it comes to the timing table.
Except we're only going to bother giving you a 10th.
Yeah.
I mean, I get there's other problems in Formula 1, but I feel like this is an easy fix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not here trying to tell them how to fix the lack of raciness and the super clipping, but I can tell you how to fix your percentages, your decimal places.
Yeah, I mean, super clipping, it's one of the coolest names for something.
Something so lame.
But then, you realize what it actually means, and it's like, so it's just deceleration because the battery ran out of power.
Yeah. Yeah, it's plug in your RC car.
Yeah.
Next time I plug my RC car into the wall, I'm just super clipping.
Yeah.
I'm just super clipping my RC car.
What are you doing over there? Super clipping? Sick. Can I join?
It's not as fun as it sounds.
What about this whole nonsense around calling the Ferrari rear wing the Macarena?
Yeah.
Like, come on. We're better than that.
Fred Vasseur nicknamed it that.
We're better than that.
I'd like to see it. Have they got it yet?
They only broke it out in practice again, and then they tucked it back away. So we thought
that might be their secret weapon, and they have to deploy in Japan, so you know what you're doing before this month off.
Well, they reckon it only made a 5 kilometer difference per hour, 5 kph.
Only.
Well, I think it was you that mentioned it. Who was it? Someone I was talking to mentioned about the reliability of it. And if there's like severe G forces on it,
when it's perpendicular to the.
Actually, you know what? It might have been our boy Nick. So can it last a whole Grand Prix?
Yeah.
Are they not convinced that it can last a whole Grand Prix? So is it worth the extra 5 kph?
Yeah, well, yeah, and obviously if it leads you to DNFing, no. So the gap between first and second, they whip out 3 whole decimal places when they supersize it.
Yeah, and it's not like the timing tower grew longer this way. It
Yeah,
grew longer that way. So you can't even make that excuse of like, there's
we had to save some width.
information. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in tune to
Everyone knows it's about the length, not the girth.
Well, that's not what I've heard.
It's not what I heard either.
Oh, okay. Well, just check yourself. I'm still in tune to looking for that 1 second gap.
Well, there you go. He's officially fallen out of DRS range.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ferrari said they don't believe it can make a GP yet. Oh, okay. We got a yellow. Who's ran out of battery?
Well, there's no. It must be Debris because there's no
Debris.
no cars that are outlying on this.
Yep.
Double
and
wave.
you watch him bring out a safety car now too for this too. Actually, what if this is my tinfoil out going on? What if everyone's not convinced that the batteries can efficiently last a full race? So break out the safety car
To do some
take a bit of
recharging.
pressure off pressure off the battery, ensure it can make the full 300 kilometers.
Let them all DNF. Let them all DNF.
yeah, because that would be real great for the sport.
I'd love it. Imagine that. We're at lap 45 and we've got no cars left. That'd make them force a change. Yeah, that'd be the star on the front.
What mode does Ferrari need right now? The party mode?
Party mode.
Party
yeah.
mode. Yep.
Yeah, he needs to replace his horse with a star. Now that he's doing well,
Yeah,
I've been seeing all
yeah.
the TikToks with Mercedes and Toto having a laugh about Hamilton still being a Mercedes driver.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess technically it was 3 Mercedes drivers that finished 1, 2, 3, right? Technically.
Why? Hamilton.
Yeah.
But he's not technically a Mercedes driver.
No, but, he's known as
Oh.
the most probably iconic
Because before
Mercedes
last
driver,
year,
right?
he had only driven Mercedes Power.
Well, yeah, that's true. There's that.
But
He
he
had-
didn't
he
hear
had
any
only-
of that from Toto last year. Toto last year was like, "Pfft, scum. And then now he's doing well. He's like, yeah, he's still one of ours. A
Yeah.
hassle.
Yep. Oh, Hamilton isn't a depressed sad boy in a clown Ferrari anymore. Yeah, he's one of ours.
Yeah. Yeah. He's still our boy.
I don't know. We rip on Hamilton a lot because we did have to endure a very dominant Hamilton era. And
Yeah.
it wasn't so much that he was dominant. It was when he wasn't dominant and the amount of whinging and bitching and moaning that he would do.
Yeah.
That was difficult to
Yeah.
listen to.
I'm 11th. We got no pace
Pit-
because I got
pit-
some damage.
Pit the
Just
car,
box
Bono.
the car, mate.
Bono, pit the car.
Yeah. God, these
That
two
was
are
something that
having
we didn't
a
like about him.
ding dong battle here.
But it's nice to see. It's nice to see Hamilton back up there, showing that he's still got it.
It's true. It is nice. It's better to see him as this godfather figure than the whingy, sad boy. Yeah, he was having shades of Daniel Ricciardo last year,
Hate to say it's true.
but he pulled out of it. So
yeah,
whoop-de-doo.
yeah. I mean, how many drivers get to go out more on the top end of the sport?
Yeah.
Right. Not many.
Oh God, damn!
Jeez, he just pulled that up. In
I
time,
thought he
didn't
was rear-ending him for sure. Man, Bamman's just gonna eat Ocon.
Max will be loving this. In his puny little Ford.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what all these cars would be Mercedes powered. Oh, what's Haas running? Ferrari? Oh man,
I tell you what, these three, they're asking for trouble.
they are absolutely trying to cause an accident. Yeah, here comes Big Daddy.
Behrman is quickly becoming one of my more favourite drivers on the grid.
Who's that?
Behrman.
Yeah.
I like the way he conducts himself.
He's just quiet. I just keep forgetting that he's even there.
Yeah.
And I keep forgetting who he is. I keep forgetting he's not like Colapinto,
Yeah.
or he's not, one of these guys. He's not Lawson. He's like, oh yeah, no, he's one of the good ones.
Incident. And it's funny too, because Ocon is, for me, someone I don't believe really deserves a spot on the grid.
Who's this?
Ocon.
Yeah.
And
He's probably done his time.
you got Behrman, who's young, hungry, fast, and he ended last season with Haas really strongly.
Yeah.
So now he's kind of positioning himself as top dog. So I wonder if that's driving Ocon a little bit to be like, oh, you got to start taking more risks here, buddy. You got to start driving the wheels of this thing if you want to keep your seat, because otherwise you're going to be out of the sport.
Yeah.
And then they've got Doohan in the wings now, right?
Oh. Yeah, it's true.
So they don't really have a lot to lose if they move Ocon over and then get Doohan in and just give him a run, they'd probably give him more of a shot than what Alpine did.
Well, Behrman's laughing. He knows he's just waiting until Hamilton retires.
Which isn't long. That's sooner than later.
Unfortunately for him, if it takes 2-3 years, I don't know what he's going to do.
But George went through this and it worked out fine for him. So this could just be the exact same thing.
That's true.
And that's the natural progression for most drivers. Do your time in one of these shit teams.
Yeah.
Do your best. See if you can get some points. George was famously known as Mr. Saturday, and we all here for it. We all loved that. That was great to see how well he could drive the wheels off that car in qualifying.
Yeah.
When it came to races, not so good.
Yeah,
a bit more doo-doo. But Behrman's basically doing exactly what he should be doing down there.
He's probably arguably doing better than Russell was anyway in the Williams. Russell was always so emotional,
Well, he's a diva.
Yeah. Behrman's just like, he's already scored a bunch of points. He's already been there, done all that, beating his teammate. And you don't hear from him. It's business. Man, George is going to be pissed about this.
What, getting
just getting
stuck
held
behind
up.
the Ferraris while Antonelli just sets off into the distance?
Exactly right. And look at that. Leclerc's got more battery, so Russell's got no chance here. Yeah, save your battery, Leclerc.
Leclerc is probably one of the most strategic racers on the grid too. He's not an easy pass.
No, and he'll race you for any position too, which is what you love
Yeah.
about him as a racing driver.
Yeah. If Piastri can't win it, and I think that looks pretty apparent as it stands right now.
He's only going to be 50 plus points behind Russell.
Well, and
Or 40 plus.
you can make that up if Mercedes just blow up all their engines all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So
I like your positivity, I do.
yeah. But if
He's going to be last. He's going to be dead motherless last in the championship.
nah, come on, you got Cadillacs on the grid.
Sorry.
Come
I
on,
keep forgetting
come on.
about the sprint.
Wash your mouth.
No, yeah, you're right. I forgot about the sprint. If it wasn't for the sprint,
Yeah.
God, I'm glad he scored points in the sprint.
yeah. Thank God the McLaren could do those 19 laps. Yeah.
Wasn't fair. That's just racing.
We
We went motor racing.
We've already told on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Piastri can't do it, and safe to say, Piastri probably can't do it.
No.
My pick for number 2 it's got to be Leclerc. I would not be a sad man if I saw Leclerc become a world champion.
It was like
Especially
seeing
in a Ferrari.
Max do it. It's like, this was coming.
2008 was the last time Ferrari won.
7, but yeah.
2007. That's too long. That's too long for such an iconic team in the sport. He also gets $60 million in legacy payments.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What's their excuse? What are they spending that money on?
Well, they're just not investing as much of their own money into it, right? I'd love to go to the Chinese Grand Prix.
Don't know.
No? Where would you go? Where would you go? If you could, any Grand Prix in the world right now, you got a weekend, you got a ticket to go there, you got a weekend to spend there, which one are you picking?
Melbourne.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
I don't need to leave my shores.
Simp. You
Yeah,
simp.
I don't need to leave my shores.
Yeah. You actually, you haven't been overseas, have you?
It's scary. Yeah. No.
Sucks being poor, doesn't it?
Tell you where I wouldn't go. Bahrain.
Yeah, well, neither would F1. So
Yeah.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
Well, apparently there's some, secret CIA mission to get F1 drivers into the country to grab, not drivers, F1 personnel to grab all their gear. Because they've got...
Is it all stuck there, is it?
There's a whole round's worth of gear for every team
I guess
stuck in Bahrain.
The US caused this, so I guess it should be on them to, call some favors in and, hey,
Yeah. We just need some retrieval.
can we borrow the Air Force and the Navy to get our equipment out of there? I remember...
This is what Formula 1's getting to, is that we're talking about this right now.
I remember, well, George looks like he's probably going to eventually get the Ferraris. I remember a long time ago, maybe pushing 15 years ago, me and Nick looked at all expenses paid Monaco tickets. And
15 years, so before the buzz of Formula 1 really kicked off.
well,
As much as Monaco.
my time frame implied that, but
Yeah.
thanks for
I just really got to...
reinstating it.
Yeah.
But I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you are listening to this, Nick. I remember it was about $10,000 for a Monaco weekend. I'd pay that today because there's no way it would cost that.
Look at the pockets on you.
It would, I'd,
Well, you think
I'd
it'd be
happily.
less? You think it'd be less than 10 grand?
I'd happily. No, I'm saying it'd be way more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right.
I'd happily
With
pay
you,
10
with
grand
you,
to go
with
to
you,
Monaco now for a weekend, all expenses paid,
Yeah,
flights,
yeah.
accommodation,
Yeah.
the tickets.
Honestly,
And just, Monaco's not the... It's probably one of the best races to watch from the side of the track.
I don't know.
You
I
get
don't
my drift?
reckon- Yeah.
Because,
yeah.
all racing on the side of the track isn't the most exciting thing because you're only seeing one segment of the track.
Right.
So why not watch it in one of the most
Congested tracks.
congested, prestigious... You're probably closest to the barriers than anywhere else in the world.
Yeah,
So...
sure. 10 grand.
Yeah, I think it was about it. And I can't remember if that was for the both of us or if that was each. So, but either way,
Oh, Charles at the inside of Hamilton.
Okay.
Last minute, cheeky.
that's going to cost Hamilton on
On
George too.
yeah. Oh, don't do it.
He thought about it. That corner is not a corner you want to do an overtake on. that's
Hamilton
for
was
sure.
not allowing it.
No. So here we go. Hamilton has pulled right away.
Oh. See, these two don't like to play nice, right?
No.
He's going to push him. He's going to push him. He's pushing him. See.
Was there a touch? There was a touch there. These Ferraris,
You just don't want to do that.
Like, this is allowing Antonelli to get away and George right in on the battle. Like, he's on him.
He's off the throttle. You know Hamilton's pissed about that move. Like, your teammate and he's pushing you right off the edge of the track. Yeah, I mean, Antonelli's pretty much got this one in the bag now after this.
Barring another safety car or dilemma. But it's definitely got those shades of falling back into a classic F1 fizzer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're getting some racing. How good is this?
Well, it's at the right end of the track or the grid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's at the front.
It's at the front. -1.
I mean, Hamilton, you said Leclerc doesn't like to be passed. I think Hamilton's equally doesn't like to be passed.
Yeah.
I mean, Russell's got quite the Ferrari wall in front of him.
So you'd have to assume Russell's not using battery here.
Nah, I don't reckon.
And then...
Hamilton was closing on Leclerc quick.
Yeah, so he was definitely using battery. I mean, do Ferrari not have a conversation with these guys and just...
Yeah, we need yous.
A little bit of common sense needs to come
it's
through
us versus Mercedes.
See, I love that way the corner sweeps in like that. I love the way
There's
that has that.
so many ways you can run it.
Yeah. I'd go to China. Just for the record.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice.
I'd sit in that Heineken grandstand, even though I don't like their beer. I'd sit there.
Yeah. If it's it's that beer where I'd drink it if it's free. If someone's providing.
So does Verstappen get Behrman, do you think? I mean, Behrman, don't forget, not long ago, Behrman and Ocon were fighting. So Behrman has passed Colapinto and Verstappen. Does Verstappen get him back? They're both on hards.
The Haas seems like it's probably better than the Red Bull, to
Tell
be
you
honest.
what, if Behrman can secure a P5, bravo.
You know what I'm going to be
Bravo.
pissed about? If Max is a one-stopping. I'm going to be ropeable.
I don't know.
If he gets 40 goddamn 9 laps out of his tyre,
Surely not.
and we saw how beat up these things get, I'll be pissed.
Surely not. Surely he's not.
Oh, Hamilton gets him back.
Okay. So then there's going to be
George is
another...
just chilling back
yeah.
there.
So it's going to be another switcheroo on the front straight, surely.
Yeah, I reckon.
Unless, again, and we're not getting any radio here.
Nah, it's a real lack of radio, eh?
It's a shame. That's one of my favourite things about the sport.
No, I didn't like it because, again, it was
Here
so
we go.
post.
Look at George. He's not even
Yeah.
trying to get a slipstream or nothing.
Oh, man. See, Hamilton, you got to push him. Push him.
Ooh,
Push him. Push him. Just didn't have the track position.
He almost kept it, didn't he? He was
I wanted
almost
him
off
to
the
just-
track on the inside there.
I wanted him to push himself off track. He pushed Charles off track that hard.
Ooh. Oh, he thought about it for half a second, didn't he?
Jinxed him wide.
Jeez. These Ferraris, they're making the price of admission worth it.
Jesus Christ. Hamilton is not happy with him, eh? He loves this move. Oh, he loves it.
Oh, he's got
He
him.
loves it.
But the...
Crisscross, crisscross.
Oh, yep, there we are. So straight on the inside again.
I mean, look at Russell.
How has Russell not just swooped in and...
Yeah, I
just
bet you he
cleaned
hasn't
both up?
touched his boost button yet.
No, he wouldn't have.
Ferrari are going to be so pissed.
Man, the Ferraris are going hard. Well, they're costing themselves a double podium here.
Hey, but they're providing us some excitement.
They are.
They understand the...
Oh, look at Anthony. Like 3 seconds probably in that lap about, almost.
Russell's going to get them both.
Oh, imagine that double.
He's going to get them both.
Oh, okay, no.
Oh, he's locking up on the curb.
Jeez, he was out wide there, wasn't he? So is Hamilton's aggressiveness now cost him individually? Ferrari.
Yeah. To be honest, probably was a bit more aggressive from Hamilton than Leclerc as well. Leclerc's like, bro, I'm just trying to pass you, man. What's the problem?
Look at that. Hamilton's dropped a second off. So he's cooked his tyres. Might need a little reset
I think
here.
he just absolutely cooked all of his battery.
Oh, I'd love to be... Okay, we're at a yellow, and it's Lindblad. Sorry, Hadjar's not in the racing ball anymore, is he?
Cheeky spin. That's all right.
We got out of it. We go on.
Bummer. I want to see Alonso get points. So our drivers in this fantasy league, Piastri.
Yep.
Who else we got?
Bottas.
Nice. 15th. Did we pick Bortoleto? Yeah,
Bortoleto.
He did not start.
Yep.
Boy.
What has he done? Locked
I
it
did
up.
not expect him to be at the hairpin.
Locked it up, yeah.
Oh,
And
man.
then
What
whipped
the
it
hell
around.
was
Wow,
that?
how did you do that? That's a rookie mistake if I've ever seen one. Ooh, did
That
you
was-
hear the sound of it when
Yeah,
it
that
was trying not to stall out?
That was a strange rotation.
So last week we had Bortoleto DNS and... Sorry. We had
Hulkenberg,
Hulkenberg DNS and Bortoleto score points. This week, Hulkenberg's looking like scoring points and Bortoleto DNS.
Pretty matched pairing.
So they got Audi rules over there.
Yeah. You get the 4 ring rules.
So Ferrari have cost themselves probably the second P2
Yeah.
and a double podium now. But we have just crossed over the halfway mark. So there's a lot of racing still to go.
They both cooked all their battery.
Yeah. See,
So you got to wonder now, does Hamilton... Show up Hamilton. Show everyone's battery up. Have a constant of everyone's battery.
on the timing tower, you mean? Like,
Yeah. Just give us an idea of everyone's battery.
So you do want to go for girth.
Yeah. Hey,
You do want to add that extra girth.
I
Get
reckon they could double that timing tower.
and just
That'd
have half
be-
the screen as
Yeah.
information. Yeah.
Oh, shove off, blimey.
Well, they threw up the graphic yesterday. The Ferraris have corner speed, and the Mercs have straight speed. And
Okay,
it must be the turbos. The difference in the turbos.
fast in all the right places, but he's the fastest in the straights, and he's got something to complain about. All he's got to do is put his foot down. I'd be pretty
Well-
happy with that.
And Antonelli's 7 seconds down the road. So
All he's got to do is pass one car to pretty much maximise his race.
hey, I appreciate Ferrari sacrificing themselves for the sake of our entertainment.
It was fun while it lasted, but classic, as soon as Mercedes get in front of their rivals, they're just gone.
There you go. He's pulling.
Barely a defence from Leclerc because it's not a Hamilton.
I missed the classic 2 secs Ted. Now
Yeah.
it's 2 secs Bernie.
I noticed yesterday it wasn't even 2 seconds, Bernie. It was thanks, Bernie, and he must have just turned her off. It's enough for me.
No sign off. You haven't earned that respect yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had enough.
So
They probably did try team orders, Bernie.
George is going to hold position here. So he'll probably now.
It's not a Ferrari it wasn't Ferrari he's racing, so he's...
I mean, it just depends on if Leclerc has cooked his tyres having to defend from Hamilton so hard. So, new regs. Still leaning more towards yay rather than nay.
When they're good, they're good. Like that bit of race, that bit of scrapping was pretty good. I don't know. Once the cars are closer, again, it might be a bit different. But you know now, like that's it. You know, George is just going to drive away. It's just going to be a solid gap between first and second and third. You know, maybe someone two stops and throws some intrigue, but
Nick didn't turn her on. Yeah, I guess not. I mean, tell you what does turn me on, that 2-6 Ted. Love hearing that. Love hearing that. You know, you're getting some pretty vital information. Something's going on.
Yeah. 2-6 Ted. And you just got to love a bloke. He doesn't take offense.
Yeah. He knows the game.
Yeah. No worries. I'll shut up. And I'll come back when it's my time. It says front right's looking a little sad.
Which, if his front rights are looking like that, then what does his front left look like? Yeah. Look how much left. There you go. Little more look to the left now. He was just leaning on the right, wasn't he?
Mario Kart.
These boomers.
Yeah.
Mario. So, tell you what, Alonso in 17th on 29 lap hards, and 17th is effectively last in this race.
It is, yeah.
Not where you want to be.
I mean, what is he doing? 29 laps on them. What did he put on lap 2?
Well, 31 minus 29 does equal 2, so...
Well, why did he put on lap 2?
Checks out.
Why did he put on lap 2? And then why did he not take the safety car? Like, what are they doing?
Well, clearly they're just data harvesting.
That's what F1's about. It's where the heart is.
Last week it was, we can't do more than 25 laps.
Yeah.
He's at 31 now. He might make the end of the Grand Prix.
This week we're not trying to strategize into our way to do anything.
Yeah.
They're doing Pirelli tire testing is what they're doing.
Yeah, just what they need.
Yeah.
More tyre data on cars that aren't competitive.
Yeah. Antonelli's out there doing purple sectors.
So Antonelli, he didn't get a win last season. He got a third.
You got a podium, yeah. So yeah,
was
maybe
third or was it second? I can't remember.
Hey, I don't know.
Oh,
you know what I enjoyed in qualifying and practice? I really like
China here.
Yeah, well, it's in Melbourne as well. I noticed. I really like the micro sectors they bring up on the Halo, where they split the track into like the.
I was going to say, yeah. I thought
sectors.
maybe it was in relation to corners on the track, but then I was like,
well, they're just micro. Yeah, well, they're micro sectors, but
is that a good thing?
I think it just gives you a little bit more info, but I like it.
Is it? Does it add anything? I don't think it does. I thought it was maybe corners, but then I was like, the third sector had like 8 of those, and I'm like, there's like 4 corners in the third sector.
Yeah.
So, that can't be.
No, they're micro sectors. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. It just shows you a little bit more info, which I'm all about. We love info and stats.
Yeah, we've always said we wish F1 had the data and stat depth that the NBA has.
Yeah.
Another sport that likes to manufacture results.
Yeah.
And records. Okay,
83 points.
Kimi Antonelli's... Yeah, you said it, not me. Kimi Antonelli's highest finish is a second place in Sao Paulo. How did we forget that? Because,
best track on the calendar.
Best track on the calendar, but also how he achieved it in giving our good old boy a shunt and then not getting a penalty for it.
True.
And he's at a P3. So he's on for his maiden win. He won't be the youngest to ever win, though. That still is Verstappen. Is it?
Oh, it would be. Yeah, you're right. I forgot that he won in his second year in the sport. Plan C.
Yeah, that's going into depths of the book.
I mean, we
Let's
spoke
flick
last
to the
week.
back page.
I thought they just had Plan A.
Okay, Max Verstappen is the youngest Formula One driver to win a race at 18 years, 228 days.
That's right. I do kind of remember last year them talking about in the American leg of the season, Kimi's last chance to win to be the youngest. That checks out. This is funny. Max took 3 more years to get a pole after his maiden win.
Yeah, but he also wasn't in that Mercedes. He was
and he wasn't in his best Red Bull.
Toro Rosso.
Yeah,
Was it Toro Rosso?
No, it was with Red Bull. That he got his win.
Yeah, but in his first couple of years. Were they Toro
His first
Rosso
1
still?
year was Toro Rosso, yeah.
I am back, friends. Did you check off for a little bit? Because your boy dropped down to 4th. So
yeah, you might have missed the best battle of the entire season.
yeah. Well, it is. What? It would be 1:30 p.m. over there, if I remember correctly. So, you got shit to do. It's the middle of the day.
Bang on.
You got to run some errands. I get
That's
it.
true.
I
Got to
get
be
it.
busy.
Yeah.
Lunch.
Lunch, yeah. First win was Toro Rosso, yeah.
Nah, Red Bull. Red Bull.
First win was Red Bull.
Yeah. We did the
we did
yellow
the
flags. We did the
Ooh,
he's got a
that's Ocon.
he's got a busted barge board.
Yep.
Yeah, we did the retro race last year on 2015 Spanish Grand Prix.
Because the two silver arrows.
2016.
Was that the one? The two silver arrows
Crashed into each other. Yeah.
It was that
crashed
one?
into each other.
Yep,
Yeah, it was 2016 Spanish Grand Prix.
Good podcast episode. Check that one out if you haven't.
Yeah.
What was the track?
Spain.
Barcelona. Yeah, it's 1:30 p.m. Yeah, nice.
Oh, is Franco causing issues here, is he?
The old nugget isn't fully cooked. Ooh, that was a big shunt too.
He just closed down on him.
That was a big one. See, that's why I like this. Oh, he was coming out of the pits.
Yeah. He just
That is unlucky.
like he kind of switched side his
look
mirror is. You don't do that to Franco. Franco
Yeah.
doesn't have the mental. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Sorry, Franco.
Well, look how you're talking shit on Franco, and he
Yeah.
was just. Well, look how wide he swung out though, and then he just pulls it right back in. Ocon just sees space, I guess, and
Unless he reacted to the closing gap.
you just know he jammed on the brake too. The way he just.
Yeah. Well, the gap was closing.
That's a shame.
Synchronized.
But what did I say earlier in this stream?
They'll
I
be
don't-
retiring that car.
I don't rate Ocon. I don't think he
No.
deserves the spot in the grid. Then he goes and does it. What is he saying? It's a racing incident. I don't know about that.
I think it was a closing gap, but that's what we saw with it will be a penalised because if the rules continue on, we saw with Piastri last year in Brazil. If
but
you got to commit to the corner and just send it up the inside and fucking ram the shit out of him.
Yeah, but what you're forgetting is
Don't bail out.
Lando Norris wasn't trying to be pushed as the world champion at that point, right?
Thought Toro Rosso in the rain. No.
You thought wrong.
No. Toro Rosso only won one race. That was with Seb in Monza in 07.
That's
or
the thing
08.
that amazes me most about you is you don't know shit about anything except for just deep F1 stats and the level of detail that you know of it too. It's not just that Toro Rosso won. It's that they only have one and where it was.
As Toro Rosso, one win.
Sorry, it must have been Vettel. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was raining, to be nitpicky. Do you want to know the story? Because I know it.
Go on.
Vettel last lap pit. Didn't pit or race last lap. So we complain about tyres now. Put it on the last lap. Like,
Vettel.
had that much of a
Vettel.
lead. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
didn't pit or race, pit on the last lap.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
I mean, both those cars, they were both racing for points, weren't they? Ocon and Colapinto. Earlier on.
They were.
Like,
And
they might have been, with pit stops, they might have been in contention for points.
Yep. Ooh. So Hamilton wants the party mode. Ferrari don't want to give him the power mode.
Yeah. We don't have a
Apparently.
3-pointed star, Louis.
Apparently. Yep. Yeah, so unfortunately for Hamilton, he why isn't any Indian GP nowadays like 2011, 2012, 2013? So
I think there was big problems with that Delhi track.
is that why they canned it?
Mm.
So Hamilton's having some major issues here,
Yeah, Hamilton was complaining.
but he's overtaken Leclerc. These two are
Yeah,
scrappy.
Ferrari, like, this is what we needed. One's got an engine problem, the other one makes a mistake, and now the one with the engine problem's in front.
Yeah.
And now he's slowing them both down. And he's going to, he's not going to give up. He's going to be on the radio. My engine's fine, don't pit me. I'm good.
Yeah, psych.
Yeah, I got all the power. I don't know what you did.
Yeah, Indian.
I quite like the Delhi track, but I think I'm going to keep calling it the Delhi track until someone proves me wrong.
All right, well, I'll bring it up just to see.
I
if they're
think
talking
it was
shit
one
or
of
not.
them. What's the designer's name? The guy who designs all the F1 tracks.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name.
Oh,
It was
Buddha.
too-
Bud.
Boy, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You were not even
was-
close.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It was in Delhi, right? Tell me that. Or was it in Bud? Is that address? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, what's the address?
You want the actual address of the
Tell this. Yeah, okay.
that's
Addresses are a bit different.
Do you want to have a crack at saying that? Because
I'm good.
Because I don't.
Addresses are a little different overseas, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you know, they don't do things Australian everywhere. So
Yeah, I personally quite like racing the track on the games as you did, but I think it was ticket sales, all that sort of stuff, racing quality.
So the Indian Grand Prix ran from 2011 to 2013.
As the viewer said.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you did. Yes. I thought it was longer than that. I didn't realize it was so short. Interesting. Look at the track layout. It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, there's some fast sort of chicanes.
I wonder if we'll see F1 make its way back to India.
There you go. Ocon got a penalty. So not a racing incident.
So he called it, yeah. So Anthony Davison
Ant
once again proving
believes
that he knows
nothing.
fuck all.
Yeah.
You know, thank God we have him in the commentary box there.
There you go. Yeah.
Border International Circuit. Yeah.
Like I said, I'll just keep saying it until someone proves me wrong. So
It's the confidence with which you said it.
yeah. That's one thing
Yeah.
I've learned about doing podcasting. Until someone proves you wrong, you're right.
Well, you say it with confidence and people just believe you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, unless they're from there.
I mean, someone could convince me the Melbourne Grand Prix is in Adelaide if they wanted. Unless I knew, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you're not even fully convinced that you know that. So
Yeah.
So why Hamilton? Why is Hamilton your go-to driver? Is that just when you came into the sport? He was sort of dominating at that point. Do you like him as a person?
Maybe not a big Karoon fan.
Is it because he's good looking?
Is he good looking?
I don't know. Maybe to him he is, or her. To our viewer.
You can say it. You can say it if you think he's good looking.
Look, I'll say this: there's worse looking drivers on the grid than Hamilton.
Name him.
Lance Stroll.
Yeah. Cop that.
Who do you think's the best looking on the grid?
Alonso.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always forget about your man crush on Alonso.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You're always talking about him.
Oh, he's the greatest there ever has been.
I'm surprised you don't have him tattooed on you.
There's a couple of what do you call it?
No, I don't know what you call it. Enlighten me, please. We got time.
A couple of portraits I'm thinking of. Yeah, maybe like a Piastri here and a Fernando there, and Ant Davison on the forearm. A bit niche.
That era of F1A with Force Indias, well, that was a good era. I didn't mind that
Aston Martin
era.
now.
Yep. Things probably seemed better then for them.
Yeah. I mean, they're just as successful, really.
Because I do remember, that whole
Not much
thing
has
of,
changed.
of them getting bought out. And
Well, Racing Point was their peak, I guess. They got a win as Racing Point.
just the one maiden win.
Yeah, Sergio.
What's your name, guys? So clearly you haven't listened to the podcast in the past, but that's okay. I'm Raymond. This is Timmy.
We were around last season. Some backlog.
Yeah, it's our second run through. So
Last year was better.
Last year was more fun when Oscar was
actually
fighting
competing.
for wins. Yeah,
And competing.
just on the grid.
Yeah.
We just got to watch Oscar.
I mean, this went from a 24 race season to a 22 race season. Oscar is going to be lucky to start 20 races.
Well, at this stage, yeah. Yep.
Oh, Alonso's out. Okay.
Okay, so he didn't make the end of the Grand Prix
No.
like we...
Apparently, he's been
so-
talking to media in the interview area, but
So
it's
he's-
only just come up as he's out
Right,
of the race.
so he
He's
wasn't-
been in the car. He's been lit like he's in the race the whole time.
So he didn't make it to 37 laps.
No, I'd love to know.
Wow, the timing board is in all sorts.
Yeah, which is a bit delayed. 354 kilometers an hour. That is significantly quicker than qualifying.
What were they qualifying? Do you
Pretty sure
remember?
they're doing 330s.
Nah, no way.
I thought they were doing 330s.
Nah, no way.
Well, what do you reckon? 350s?
340s
Oh, okay.
in there?
I mean, I texted you. Our Alonso was just barely scraping over 300 kilometers an hour.
And it was I do remember you saying a 30-kilometer difference. Yeah.
Like it was.
Yeah. Wow.
This is great between these two.
This is some of the best racing we've seen in years.
Yeah, you got to wonder. These two know they're the only action on the entire track.
Oh, look, a podium place is up for grabs.
They must be looking at the TVs around the track and go, "Oh, it's us again."
Yeah.
Is there anyone else racing?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. He should have gone the outside. He's okay.
No.
It's working for him. Oh, you got to push him. Come on, Lulu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even
little bit more aggressive there, but
didn't even need to push him.
no.
Leclerc feels the need to just run every driver completely off track around there. He's gonna dart back. Oh no, he's defending nice.
So we're getting a bit of a taste of two good drivers in equal machinery and how close the racing can be.
40
throughout the
laps
whole
and they
Grand Prix.
haven't moved
No.
away from each other. I mean, how exhausting. You just got to be like, again, would you piss off, man?
Yeah.
Just go away. I'm
just-
sure Leclerc would prefer Hamilton just drive off at this point. Like, do I have to keep doing this?
Well, I just don't know why we're not getting any radio calls. Like, why aren't we getting any kind of insight into what the drivers are saying? You know, and a Ferrari just taking the
Yeah.
side of let them race. Just keep
Normally
it-
you get a
keep it
lot
clean.
of complaining from both drivers, plus the team trying to orchestrate. I mean, I guess, who are they racing? They're 20 seconds ahead of a Haas, 6 seconds behind a Mercedes that they've proven they can't race for.
The Mercedes are getting close to putting that whole straight in between them from the Ferraris. So
yeah. Oh, sorry, they're 12 seconds behind Russell. Yeah. I mean, again, they got the memo. Guys, I mean, they'd be making fans.
who would you rather see take that third step?
Hamilton.
Okay.
Just because I'd be
is that-
right. I mean, we would have reversed the Mercedes.
Is that
from my
because of
predictions.
our new friend?
Yeah, for
You-
sure. Yeah.
Keep him
Support
as a,
one, support all.
Yeah.
Plus, the 44, it's a good racing number. You know, I always think, what a waste. Albon is wasting number 23.
It's iconic in a different sport. It doesn't mean it has to be iconic in this sport.
No. See, it's an iconic sporting number.
The funny thing is, the story behind the number is so stupid.
What?
Well, he wanted 50, but he couldn't have 50.
Oh.
So he was like, I'll just go half,
Yeah.
25. And then I think there was something there as well. He couldn't have 25.
Yeah, right.
So then he was like, oh, wind it back one. Couldn't have 25. Wind it back one. All right,
Okay,
20,
fair game.
23 will do. Actually, you know
But
what?
let's
have a look.
look at the legacy it has made. All the players after him who want the number.
Yeah. But you reckon everyone wants that number, regardless of who they want, who they are.
In NBA. Anyone who expects to be great, I'm sure they would all love to have their number.
Okay. This is actually quite a fun battle.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's not...
So I'm completely wrong.
there's not...
I'm not thinking he wants them to drive off. They
Yeah.
want to race. See, I remember reading something about Nissan, but I don't know if he loved Nissan after the 23 or the other way around.
Okay. The story about him picking 23 as half of Larry is another of those Jordan myths. When he joined the team, there were only 2 numbers left available, and he picked one of them.
Exactly. So that's a nothing number that he's made, and I'd argue it's iconic. Around
Yeah. I agree.
around.
I agree. Pick a number that
All of
doesn't
sport.
already have a story around it.
Yeah.
You know?
And then now you look at every player in the NBA that's got 23, and it's you know the origin as to why they picked that. LeBron included.
So 14 laps to go. It's exactly how we said. Mercedes 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Ferrari
I mean, imagine if
running
Ferrari
up
didn't
the
decide to
podium.
just race each other. How this would have been a very tough watch. I mean,
that's true.
Hamilton with his
That's
lack
true.
of power is just...
It was an exciting... what can you say? 20 laps? 25 laps?
Yeah.
Maybe the Ferraris kept it exciting up to 40.
Yeah.
And I guess as long as the Ferraris don't hit each other, as long as they don't touch, they have nothing to lose or to gain. So why not let them race, right?
Yeah. I mean, let
the best man win.
If they take each other out for literally no reason, that's a pain. But look who's
you're fired.
Look who's fifth. Their third Ferrari driver.
Well, yeah.
So really, it could be worse.
Yep. Yeah, keeping a Max Verstappen behind him.
Max has got nothing. He's dropped off from him.
Yeah.
But again, man, they're in tire conservation mode. All these one-stoppers are just trying to get to the end now. I
feel a little bit disappointed in myself, but Sainz has made it into the top 10. He's going to get a point.
Was he one of ours?
He is one of ours.
So there you go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 2 weeks in a row, we're going to scrape a point.
When we say he's one of our fantasy drivers, so Sainz is going to help us go up the ranks a little after our dismal performance last week and arguably this week with another Oscar.
I'm starting to wonder if we sell high on some of these people. I don't know if we can. We scoffed at Russell.
We did.
Because it was like, come on, I don't want to spend money on...
We scoffed at Antonelli. Because he was basically
he was
valued the same as Russell.
He was valued too high.
Yeah. But he's proving why.
Yeah, well.
Valued correctly,
True.
To be fair. So.
True. It's been a rough... I mean, what was our teams? We picked Mercedes as a team, didn't we?
We did. So
that's
a positive. That was a masterstroke there.
Well, just follow the bookies. But yeah. And we picked Cadillac, which should have picked Audi. But at this point in time, no difference. They're running the three slowest cars. It's nice not listening to Crofty and Brundle too much.
You mean because we're conversing?
Yeah.
And we've sort of
I'm really not listening to their bullshit.
Yeah.
It would have been better last year when...
it is a little bit of a shame because I was a big fan of Brundle and over the last year really cemented it for me for sure. But I just can't stand him anymore. I know that this is Sky Sports and I know that they're British and there's 5 British drivers on the grid. There's going to be natural bias. But I just feel like as a professional commentator, you're still meant to keep some bit of unbiased behavior. They were pretty ugly last year. They were. It was leaning towards Lando side of things. And we as Australians don't have our own coverage. We have to rely on Sky Sports. We don't have a choice. Yeah, and unfortunately, KO brought the rights to distribute the F1 in Australia again. So we don't even have the option of potentially going to F1 TV. Oh, I forgot about that. We have. Yeah. I mean, that's how bad the commentary got. Is that we did have the secondary option for a little while for only a couple of races last year. Yeah, and I used it. Yeah, and I didn't mind it. We had it for Coda. Was one of them. Yeah, it was like the last 3 or 4. Yep. But yeah, unfortunately, KO has gotten the rights again, which means it's expensive to watch F1. But what's the alternative? Unless you know some loopholes. There is no alternative. That's what I mean. In Australia, there is no alternative to watch F1. Exactly, yeah. You can't watch on Sky Sports directly. You can't even download any kind of Sky Sports app. No. F1 TV, I don't even know if they show it, but F1 TV is disgusting. Like what we watch the retro races on, like the app's janky. The actual quality is. I've actually heard that the app quality is just shocking. Yeah, just terrible. Yeah, which like once again, KO is not much better, and you pay an arm and a leg for KO. Yeah. So I have subscribed to your channel. From which country you are streaming? Woohoo. Australia. Aussies. If you couldn't tell, I thought it'd be yeah. Which was based on the conversation we were just having. Yeah. So I mean, I was saying to Ray here, we need to put an Australian flag in the background. Our podcast has the Aussie flag. Yeah. Yeah, but that's tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow to see the Aussie flag. Tune in tomorrow. You'll get verification of the country that we're from. Yeah. This is not the normal studio. This is the live studio. You can get F1 TV. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can for the live races for F1 TV. Because but that's what I said. We're doing last season, doing all the retro races. The live TV, the F1 TV, the quality was that bad you couldn't watch it. I mean, I was forced myself to watch it, but I didn't exactly enjoy it. In Australia, F1 TV Pro is generally unavailable for live races because of the exclusive broadcast rights held by Foxtel and KO Sports. Yeah. Yeah. We just get screwed, really. We do. It's not even... We can't even... We're paying to watch F1, which is fine. Happy to pay. But then our countryman doesn't even get to run races anyway. So... I mean, where are you watching from? Thanks for subscribing. Where are you watching from? Well, maybe Australia as well. Perth. There you go. Perth. Oh, okay. I have to look into that. If it's cheaper. Or is this how much do you pay for F1 TV?
Is this
'Cause
a
I'm happy to switch it away from KO if it is.
Well, Max is coasting here.
If you aren't lying, which I assume you have no reason to
Don't
lie.
call him out like that. But
No, I'm genuinely interested because I looked into this earlier in the season because I was done with KO, and as Max is
He's coasting.
having an issue,
Yep, he's retiring.
he's officially retiring.
Yeah,
is he?
well, they brought him, told him into a box.
Because I'll happily give my money directly to F1 TV.
Or is it a VPN
Oh yeah, you have a.
Cinemax? What is that? You know about that? What is that?
You want to know what Cinemax is? Yeah, I did actually. The whole VPN thing is actually a good call because you can run F1 TV on it. Although I did hear that F1 TV is pretty good at cancelling out VPNs. So I don't know if you've heard of that issue coming.
Oh, that was
around,
Nick.
or-
I thought that was.
No. From
God,
Perth.
he's absolutely coasting here.
Yeah, so Verstappen's weekend goes from bad to worse. Once again, I would have loved to have watched 46 laps of Oscar Piastri, even if it ended in heartbreak. But yeah, how much is F1 TV? How are you running it? Oh yeah, VPN. Okay, yep.
Well, there you go. Look into that.
Yeah, I already have a VPN, so maybe I should actually use it. So,
It just died midway through the corner. I don't know, man. I don't know if Max even sees out the season A. Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't think he has a love for the sport like an Alonso has. Man, the Cadillacs still haven't even passed Max, who just did a whole lap
Isn't that funny?
at 10% power.
Yep. Nope, no VPN issue works great. Okay, that's good to know. Little
See,
insider information
Yeah,
there.
we're learning here. This
Yeah.
is good stuff.
Because like now that KO have the rights to, or have secured the rights again to keep running F1, you just know they're going to hike that price up again. They had 2 price hikes last year alone. Now they're cancelling out multiple screen sharing or password sharing. So and then I guess
Again, being in Perth, like, what a great place to be watching Formula 1. I'm assuming most of the races must be starting about 9 p.m. instead of our 11. You'll be able to watch the race and finish it in the same day.
yeah, because they're what 3 hours behind in daylight savings, is it?
Something.
And
Sounds
then
right.
I haven't been over to Perth. I've been pretty much everywhere on the East Coast, but I've never been over to the West Coast there. I hear nothing but good things. But hey, look, if watching F1 is a lot kinder time-wise in Perth, we should consider moving.
Just move. Perth's pretty far away.
God damn, we've had some late boring nights.
Doing these live watches when they start creeping into Canada and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be 3 a.m.
We'll just fly to Perth and do it.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Mish will put us up. All right, so confirmation, Oscar had a PU issue. So, great. Do you watch cricket? Australia team is a great team. Love cricket. I personally love the cricket. You don't?
I watch the
you
cricket
dabble.
on and off.
You
Yeah,
dabble.
it's not. I got a lot of sport to watch.
Yeah.
Cricket's it's when I can.
It's lower on the list for you?
Yeah, but I do watch it. I enjoy the Ashes.
Big fan of the Ashes. Love when Australia versus India. That's one of the best matchups for sure. So, unfortunately for us, didn't get to watch a lot of the World Cup because we didn't go very far and it was at atrocious timing to watch here. So, yeah, we are 3 hours behind the daylight savings. I think daylight savings ends in a week.
No, I think it's April. Oh yeah, start of April.
Well, we're
So-
getting very close to April.
2 weeks, yeah.
So,
Yeah, they just had bolt cutters. They were just using bolt cutters on Ocon's car. I can't believe they don't just retire that thing.
so he's still out there running, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's still got that penalties. He always got to serve the penalty, or doesn't it carry over? Does the 10-second
I
carry
don't know.
over?
I don't think so. Bumper cut. Surely they would have just they would have just taken it in the pits just then.
April 4th, it officially ends daylight
Yeah.
savings.
2.5 weeks. Something.
Yeah. So we got a couple more weeks left to go. The South American stint is the worst for timing.
Yeah.
In what way? In what
Well,
way?
we're just talking about
Oh,
when they
you
go to America.
for
Yeah.
us here. What? Yeah, yeah.
Well, for us, it's terrible.
Which is a shame too, because
That's the thing. It must be
the best.
about 11 midnight start over on the West Coast, but for us, that's
then
pretty much 80% of the year is an 11 p.m. race start.
And like that's a great.
This is why I don't watch
track
the podium and stuff because I got to work Monday to Friday.
Yep.
So if the race finishes at 12:45, I'm not staying up half an hour to watch the podium.
No,
Especially,
I do.
I would when Oscar
But
won.
I don't have
You
to
wanna
work
hear that.
Mondays. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. I'm comparing myself to you here.
That's where you're going wrong. Just stop working Mondays.
Yeah.
Mondays for chumps.
It's too easy, isn't it?
Yeah, so the end of the way the season ends time wise is rough over here in Australia. Those times are brutal, you know. And like you just know the Sao Paulo race is just it's always going to be one of the best on the calendar. But man, you're going to lose some sleep on it. So, are you a fan of the podcast, Mish? Have you been following us for a while, or is this your first time? Are you a Box Banner virgin? I think they are more like 3
Oh, yeah, and I think he's right. I remember Texas.
Yeah.
I was going to huh?
He's right.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, like, Texas and stuff, I actually watch before work, so it is like a 5 a.m. start. Like Texas.
Yeah, you can watch it before you start your day.
Yeah. So it's not like a wake up, so it would actually be worse on the West Coast for Brazil, Texas, all that.
It depends. Are you a morning person or are you a night person?
Who's a morning person?
Yeah, not me. Not me.
But it is hard waking up. If you're making the decision to go to bed to wake up Formula One, but then you still have to go to bed afterwards. That is the hardest.
I never feel more like shit than I do when I do that. When I have like a little sleep, like a little 2-3 hour kip, get up, watch it, and then have another sleep.
Yeah.
Write that day off.
Literally. I'd rather... The 11 o'clock's not so bad because you just stay up, go to bed at 1 a.m. Or if you're waking up super early to watch it before you go to work, again, you're up anyway.
Yeah. Only found you at the end of the last year. Okay, so you probably saw us when we did blow up a little bit with a couple of our shorts.
A couple of the shorts that went viral, which is pretty cool.
We had a few, not to brag or anything, but we had a few clips that clicked over 1
million views, yeah.
You know,
definitely helped the growth at the immediate time after that happened.
Yeah, the algorithm is a hard one to crack because it's not kind to you. It's not kind.
No.
Unless you have money.
Do you reckon?
We do not have money.
That makes a difference.
Well, if you have money, you can either, pay for people. Like, people with money can set up a bit more of a professional situation.
I think we're pretty professional last year.
You can also pay for advertising, and you can pay to just have your content pushed into the front of everyone's faces, right? So, we're running off pure talent here.
Well, have you watched any of the...
Pure talent and pure passion.
Did you watch Australia or any of our episodes starting off this year?
So if you watched this at the end of the last season, you felt our pain then, I'm sure. Because that was not how we hoped the season was going to end as far as Oscar Piastri's season went. So, nonetheless, it was a great season to follow. And just in terms of, that was probably, for us as fans, the most success we saw, we got to ride along with from start to finish season-wise.
Well, like I said, it was exciting being able to go into every qualifying session and go, he's a shot. He's a real shot for a pole and to compete tomorrow.
It wasn't like the Daniel Ricciardo era of
it was always a
I hope
shock
he can make it into the points.
Yeah.
Or I hope something goes wrong with 8 other cars. And, he can make the podium.
Yeah, that's it.
You trying to read that?
Hey?
You trying to read that?
I'm trying to read it. I'm slow reader.
Yes, those ones.
Yeah.
You came out at a good time as I was getting annoyed with the British bias. I've come over from Matt and Tommy. Yeah, Matt and Tommy, they've been around for a long time.
We came here to beat the British bias.
Yeah. Well, we kind of started before the British bias really started.
But we always wanted to have that Australian point of view that is probably hard to come by.
Yeah.
And
Matt and Tommy, they've always been pretty fair. I don't watch a lot of their stuff, to be honest. I see things here and there of them. They've been around for a long time. They're pretty known. I mean, they were in Drive to Survive. You only made it like half an
I
episode.
watched an episode and a half. I didn't see it, but I did see on TikTok or something.
They're pretty big on the scene, but
I saw some
I'd like to think of us as we could become the Aussie Matt and Tommys, the Ray and Timmys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're happy to have you on. Like, if those shorts did what we wanted them to do, help us find our audience. So fellow Aussies can come in.
Yeah, we got a lot
out,
of support. We got a lot of messages, direct
did.
messages.
We got
comments.
a lot of hate from those
British
Lando
people. Oh man,
fanboys.
I was busy at work, not working. Just
fighting them off. Yeah.
going through the Facebook comments, going
It
through
was a good time.
the TikTok comments, just fending off. Not even fending off. I'm down to cop it.
Oh yeah,
I'm a
bring
good
it on.
sport.
There's a show
but,
called
man,
Box
it's-
Box Banner for a reason. So
There's a lot of
bring
a
your
lot of
banter.
tough stuff.
Kimmy first. Yes, he has been first for a long time. Most of the time, in fact. But first win for Kimmy. So that's a thing. That's exciting, I guess. I'm sure Isaac Hadjar will have a lot to say about it based on his comments yesterday.
What do you say?
Oh, you said, well, how surprised can you be when you're in a
Oh,
rocket ship,
gotcha.
But that is F1. Let's be fair.
It's 90% car.
Yeah, and we had this argument. We had this debate last season.
We did, yeah.
On an episode.
We spoke about it.
yeah.
How much is
F1
each?
is definitely 90% car.
Yeah.
I think that on that grid, 10 drivers could be world champion if they're in that Merc. You reckon?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah,
10's probably
it's the 90% the car, but yeah. I mean, you saw the difference. This is the first time we've seen Antonelli outperform Russell. We've seen the difference between the two, where Russell should be better than Antonelli, more experience.
Well, don't forget Mexico last year. Mercedes weren't letting George just have the position on
Yeah.
Antonelli. So Hamilton podium. I mean, Hamilton loves China. So I think it's fair that he's on the podium.
I mean, the top four haven't.
He knows
they've
how to race
switched
China.
positions a lot, but this is their starting order, the top four, which is traditionally not the sign of a good Grand Prix.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think we all probably saw the top four finishing where they finished. Behrman P5. Bravo. Good
You
on
might
him.
have a sneaky shirt
Good on
for
him.
final boss tomorrow.
Ooh,
I mean, you wanted to
wait,
pitch him in. Yes, you wanted to pitch him in Australia for a P7
Well,
or
yeah.
P8.
And look, he's proved me right.
P5 is better than P7.
Behrman, he's a sneaky what would you call him? Because this is his second year. He's in a lowly team.
Yep.
He's above some pretty big names. He's not probably going to fight for race wins, but he's going to be on for some consistent points here. So
He might be the next Ferrari world champ at this rate. If they can just
What?
get their car
Are you
together.
saying before Leclerc? Are you saying Behrman could be a champion before Leclerc? That's a big. That's a bold
that
call.
might
That's a
be.
bold call.
I think that's the other stat I saw. Leclerc's the only driver that has done 150 Grand Prix with one team to not be world champion.
Okay. Oh, Kimi Antonelli has gone wide.
He's been putting in purple sectors.
Double points for Alpine. Yep, that is a big surprise. That's probably the biggest surprise of the day. Alpine scoring double points. Yes, there's a lot of non-finishers and non-starters, but
Yeah.
Alpine not being amongst them, that's a surprise for sure.
He only lost 2 seconds, but I've noticed he's been putting in purple sectors.
So he's been.
He's
What is
been-
he?
he's
Is he trying
not-
to get the Grand Slam? You think? Oh, it was a big lock up too.
Don't know if he led every lap, did he?
True. So what's the one under Grand Slam?
A win, pole and a win.
Yeah. Pole, win, and fastest lap. Whatever you might want to call that. He's got
Yeah.
the fastest lap too, by the way.
Yeah, cool your jets, buddy. Yeah,
That's
calm down.
that's Bono. Bono's just telling Kimi,
Yeah,
just ease up here, kid.
yeah.
Let's not throw away. Let's not do something silly. Let's
Yeah.
not throw it
We've
away.
already got the fastest lap. You've got a 7-second lead. Just chill.
And then Lawson, the lead Red Bull. How does that make you feel? As a big fan of Lawson.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. But he's not in it. Max had to retire. Had just spun on lap 1, and what happened to Lindblad? He had to spin as well, didn't he?
He had to spin.
So-
yeah. So it's more he was just the last man
He's
standing.
the last man standing.
He's
And
the
it's only
last-
4 seconds ahead of
He's the last bull standing.
Hadjar.
Yeah.
Yeah, man's a strong word.
Well, hang on, bull's arguably stronger. Unless you thought I said boy.
No, I thought you said bull.
Bull.
But,
That's a bull. Yeah.
Flag waver, that's an interesting name.
Flag waver. What else would you call it? Go on, dig yourself out of that hole.
2 laps to go, just like that. I mean, what happened to Hamilton's power issues? Seemed to
Well,
come
you know,
good.
yeah.
Nothing like a bit of racing to motivate him.
Yeah.
He's back on the podium. I'm good. You haven't heard a whisper
Well,
since.
maybe it was a case of like a threat If you don't let me have this podium, I'm going to have power issues. I'm dropping off.
Yeah, we can't see anything on the data. You heard me.
You want a bag of points? Make sure I get that podium.
Yeah, conveniently Leclerc stuffs up the hairpin immediately after that radio call.
Yeah.
I got to say, I don't have high hopes for the Japanese Grand Prix.
In terms of what? Because
Good
that could
racing.
be reflective of a few things here. Could be a Piastri running a Grand Prix.
That's true. There's very low hopes. Or very, it's...
It could be anyone else other than Mercedes winning a Grand Prix.
No, I
this
don't
year.
see that happen. Honestly, I don't see that happening.
Willie Wheelie Bin. Any thoughts on that?
Or Billy Burnout.
Or Billy Burnout? Any thoughts on that?
I'm not really sure. Did we miss something? Charles Leclerc.
Charles might want to...
See, that just shows how much everyone's just preserving their tyres because they decided this is a one-stop race, even though we're putting on lap 7.
All right, here we go. Final lap. So, would you say this one ended in a fizzer? Or is it not quite a fizzer?
Had some peaks and valleys. That's what this race was.
It did.
Had
Thanks
peaks
to
and
Ferrari.
valleys. Yeah, literally just thanks to Ferrari.
Thank God for Ferrari. They brought us a good Chinese Grand Prix here. Hamilton podium. Look, I can't be mad about that.
No.
Honestly, I cannot be mad.
It's a Mercedes 1, 2, 3 if you ask Toto.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's going to be everywhere tomorrow. Everyone's going to be posting about that, saying that.
Marco Antonelli. Give me a more Italian name.
Yeah. Oh, well, good on him. He had to get it done. He did. Maiden win. Kimi Antonelli. He's going to be on the top step at 19 years.
And there hasn't been an Italian winner since...
Alternative names for flag waiver. Okay.
But normally the flag waver's like Christina Aguilera or something. So there's got their name there.
Maybe that's like
His name was just flag waver.
maybe that's
It wasn't even like...
Chinese. Maybe his name couldn't fit on the graphic, or
It's not even like, this
maybe
is
they
the
didn't know how to spell his name.
Prime
or-
Minister of... It was nothing. It was just flag
Flag-
waver. And it's like...
Yeah, they just plucked out some random dude from the crowd.
Okay.
Hey, you'll do.
It's like all of a sudden they love Lewis's mum. They've shifted from girlfriends to mums.
You don't see Lewis's mum often.
No, but they've just
She's
been...
rarely there.
Oh, he's doing
Ooh, look
burnouts.
at
Look at
that.
this. He's doing burnouts.
Yep.
Also, we haven't had the Italian flag. 2009, I think they said was the last... Actually, that was the last pole winner. I wonder when the last Italian race winner was.
The
Guess
last
they'll
Italian
probably
race winner.
Tell us.
All right. You want to throw any guesses? The last Italian race
It
winner?
probably would be Fissy. Maybe 06.
Fisichella 06?
That'd be
Let's have a
my
look.
guess. God, he's 19. That's crazy.
It's impressive at that age. What were you doing when you were 19? I bet you weren't winning F1 Grand Prix.
Yeah, we could both have this battle.
You're pathetic.
You better be quick. Google AI is pretty quick. It's going to tell you it's Kimi Antonelli.
Last Italian. Okay, so it's flagging up.
Yeah.
Okay, Giancarlo Fisichella
So
is
it's
the last
Fissy.
Italian driver to win
06.
a Formula. Let me get there.
Sorry.
I was
got
building
excited.
you
I
up.
got super excited.
Just calm down.
They
Put
just
it down,
showed,
boys.
they just
Down,
showed
boys.
Lewis's mum for the record.
Oh, yeah, good. Giancarlo Fisichella, last Italian driver to win a Formula One Grand Prix, 2006 Malaysia.
Oh my God, I was correct.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yep. Well done. You can come back for the podcast next week. So
thanks. Thank you.
you know your shit.
That was going to be my Sunday sesh, but we don't do it anymore.
1996, my guess. 10 years shy.
Yeah.
Or short.
He's pretty excited.
I didn't think that Kimi was going to get it done. I have to be honest with you.
I wrote him off. I said George.
Yeah.
But a bit of luck. I mean, the after the restart, having a couple of lapped cars in between them, that definitely helped Kimi a little bit.
Yeah. Look, I'm stoked for him. Good on him. Hamilton getting a podium.
Driver of the day, it actually makes sense.
23% too. So,
Yeah.
you know, there you go. That lines up.
Yep. Goat.
So I reckon out of all the drivers today that have had all sorts of shit go wrong, I reckon the one that will be most disappointed will be George.
Yeah.
Getting his pocket picked, in a way, from a young Kimi. You know, he's been looking strong.
I think that
See, he seems so great. He seems so happy for Kimi in that radio message.
yeah.
Damn autocorrect! I entered in 2006. Liar! You liar!
Autocorrect.
Yeah.
You mean 1996?
Yeah. Yeah. Missed it by 3 numbers.
It's like, what do you mean 1996 isn't a real year?
Yeah. Giancarlo Fisichella was a good job.
Yeah.
Good job on that one. We should be in the commentary box over there. George will be crying about something. You can say that
Correct.
again. Absolutely,
Correct.
he will be. Yep. He'll keep it. He'll play the media game. He'll do the Big Brother thing, but he'll be blaming everything but himself. You know, especially because now George won the sprint, so he'll still have a point advantage. But it's close.
True.
It's close between those two, and
We'll have a couple of
could
points because is that what you, yeah.
He'll a couple points advantage over Kimi.
Yeah,
George will.
yeah. Because Kimi also he finished 4th, 5th in the sprint. He didn't maximise it.
Yeah. Have a great day. Meet you in the next chief. Yeah, we'll see you here. We'll
Thanks for coming on to watch it.
Yeah, we'll be podcasting tomorrow. It'll be uploaded tomorrow night Australia time, so probably midday for you tomorrow. And then we will be live streaming Japan as well. So, you know, come and hang out.
Yeah.
Love to chat.
Who knows what's going to happen in April?
And then April.
Hey, we'll be around. We'll figure something out.
Do we just jump on the live stream and drink beers?
Yeah. Just post that.
Thanks for popping in, and thanks for subscribing too. If you did,
Yeah.
love that. We did have
What we
alerts
need.
set. We had alerts set, but apparently we don't know how to use shit, so they didn't
Yeah.
pop up.
We're learning.
But,
We're learning as we go.
Yeah, give us time. We'll, we'll get it sorted out. So you're going to watch the podium?
Yeah, watch podium.
Yep.
I'm here now.
You committed.
I'll probably watch podium this year since I'm stuck next to you anyway.
That's such a terrible thing for you, isn't it?
It is pretty rough.
This is great for Kimi. I'm happy for him. But my insert whinging
Correct.
pom. Sorry, I thought that said porn for a second. I was like, oh, interesting. This took a turn I didn't expect. Insert whinging pom. Yeah.
All the blimies.
Yeah. Blimey. That is by far the best.
The blimies
my
and
favorite
the
George word. Blimey.
and the no, mine's audacious.
Oh, yeah.
Blimey, that was audacious.
Yeah. No human being in the history of humans has ever used audacious in in any kind of context.
You're informing on, buddy. Just calm down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we get to see their wristwatches. Let's see if Hamilton does a better job of representing Ferrari and their partners than Leclerc did in Australia.
Yep. Heard it here first. All Merc podium. We'll take credit for that.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that we're best at, taking credit for shit that we didn't come up with.
Yeah, that's right.
Or spot first.
Didn't he? Wasn't there a big hype last couple of years ago that he changed his name from Hamilton to Hamilton / whatever his mum's last name is?
Yeah, I guess people didn't
Around the
care
same
enough, so he
time, he
dropped it.
became Sir. So it was like Sir Lewis Hamilton, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I guess no one really cared. And then he was
Well, it's like you said, we never seen his mum. We always used to see his dad around.
his dad was everywhere all the time. But, yeah, Mumsy's not around.
Yeah, that's
You want to give that one a crack?
There is a McLaren in my ass. Or do you want me to just... No, my favorite is, what, do you want me to just give them the position too?
Yeah, that was
with
a good
tears in his eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
I miss last year already.
Look, to George's credit, there's a lot of things that you could, have up your ass.
McLaren
is one of them that you wouldn't want.
Well,
Oh, no, you would.
could be worse.
Could be worse, you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially last year.
Sounds like you have a little bit of insider knowledge on that one, so tell me off stream.
Yeah. Yeah, she was in Australia too. She was when we turned on the thing and they were interviewing her. I was like, "Who's this?" Normally they interview celebs. Like, who's this lady they're interviewing?
Yeah.
Because they didn't
Who's
put
this
up
nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so she created.
I literally
Lewis Hamilton.
rewinded. I rewinded watching the sprint because she come up again. I'm like, "Who is this?" Oh, okay. It actually
lie.
come up saying,
You were like, "Wow, the hotties have really
"Yeah."
taken a turn this season."
Well, like I said, they went from partners to mums all of a sudden this year.
Yeah. What are they? Ran out of biddies? What's going on? Now we're calling for show more girlfriends.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we always saw Lando's mum. Now we're getting a bit of Lewis's mum.
Yeah. Well, Shanghai, I think it's a Great track on the calendar. I'm always stoked when they race here.
Yeah.
Um,
The hats match their boots. It's nice. Nice touch.
Good pickup on that one. Yeah, yeah. You always wear a bit of a fashionista, little eye on fashion. So, lol. Who's the random white lady?
I didn't say that.
Didn't you?
I didn't say.
You thought it though.
I didn't say it.
You thought it though.
We're live, right? I didn't say it. I got restraint.
No, you don't. You've never.
Oh my god, he's crying.
He deserves it. Let him cry.
He said he was about. Oh, he's got the wobbles. He's got the wobbles in the nose and the lips. He's full crying.
But you know who's crying harder than him?
His mum.
No. His ex-girlfriend.
Oh, they broke up too. His high school sweetheart.
Yeah. She's like, great.
Great. Hot shot now.
The week before he becomes somebody.
That's why he's crying.
Yeah. Oh, well, we got to witness history.
Youngest pole sitter.
Yeah. And he converted to a race win, so good on him. He made it.
Youngest ever.
He made it mean something. It
Youngest
doesn't mean
ever
anything
pole
if you don't
sitter
win the...
to convert to a race winner.
To a race win, yeah.
Chalk it
That
up.
should be a thing.
Chalk it up to his...
Box banner right here.
Yeah.
You don't get those stats anywhere else, tell you that. I don't know what it is. Could be the Italian. But God, he reminds me of Valentino Rossi a lot.
I think it's the Italian.
I think it's the Italian.
And probably the hair.
The hair could have a... And the
He just kind of does look a bit like him.
the Italian...
Yeah. The Italian. He's even short like him too.
Ferrari probably thinking right now, like, damn it.
Yeah.
How did we miss him? He was in our
Yeah.
own backyard.
Yeah, he was one of ours.
How did we miss him? Well, let the Germans get them.
God, I don't... George is boring.
Also this week, most NRL tries in history scored. What a week. Did you catch that?
No. I saw Albo. Albo was out there.
So you didn't catch that, but you saw Albo on the field.
You know what social media is like.
Yeah. Yeah.
$5,500 fine
What, for
to walk on the field.
the 20,000 people that ran onto the field?
Yeah. Albo's a part of it. He's like, yeah, this is all going. Where do you think this money's going?
Yeah. Good scenes, though. Good scenes. It's not often you see mid-match, whilst live play is occurring,
Yeah.
everyone run onto the field like that. So,
But I saw it was nothing on the International Rugby League try scorers list. Nowhere near the top.
so you didn't see that, but you somehow saw that.
What are you talking about?
Stat.
I did see that. I didn't see it live.
Yeah, okay.
I did
You
not
just
catch
said
that
no.
live.
You said you saw Albo on there.
You said, did I catch that?
Yeah.
I thought you meant live. Did I watch it?
Okay.
No.
Okay, sorry. Oh, Lewis back on the podium.
What's with the tie-dye? Man, they're going real old. They're trying to impress the teens.
Yeah, I don't think I
Hey,
like
see?
it.
Hat, watch.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the suit on.
Yep.
Charles looked like homeless, basically, in Australia.
Oh, he's
Had the
hot.
suit around
He
his
was
hip.
hot.
Didn't
Let the man
have the
breathe.
cap on. Didn't have the watch on.
Maybe he wanted to get the rig out. He works hard on that rig, you know.
He does, yeah. They all do. They all
Yeah,
do, especially George.
I don't like this Ferrari tie-dye thing that they're doing. They're getting more and more away from Ferrari. Like,
But they got to blend the blue. How do we have blue and red look? Or just blend it.
yeah,
It literally just looks like tie-dye.
it's going to be HP soon.
Yeah.
As the, you'd be in that weird bizarro state where somehow, it's not a Ford team with a Red Bull sponsorship. It's a Red Bull sponsorship with it's a Red Bull team with a Ford, partnership. It's going to be that same sort of thing where it's not like
It's HP Racing.
Yeah,
With a Ferrari.
With a Ferrari, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the brand is like the bigger thing rather than the actual power.
I mean, if I've got a
engine.
HP printer at home, but it's not red and looks awesome. If it was, I'd be a little bit more happier.
I'd buy a HP printer if it was red and looked awesome.
Yeah. I might go look. Surely they make a Ferrari edition. Just a small little
Surely.
inkjet, nothing special.
Why'd you
But
go
make it red.
Why'd you go HP? Because of Ferrari?
No, this year it's pretty old. I won't lie. It's before Ferrari. It's before HP was sponsoring Ferrari, or before it was HP Racing.
Paying tribute to the only Ferrari win last year, Verstappen GT3 win. Yeah.
True.
Maybe we can cover whatever that Verstappen team is doing
Well,
through
that's not in April. That's not in April.
Well, I'm sure they do more races than just that one, right? That
Oh, well, I think
GT3?
he's doing No, I didn't read up about it to know for sure, but I think he's doing Le Mans or something.
He's going to do Le Mans.
I think. But I'm also talking
Well.
about Mars. So
Well, I'm sure he's not really enjoying his stint in F1 this year, so yeah,
no.
he'll get his racing wherever he can.
Yeah, they found a nice little spot with a lot of Ferrari fans and Hamilton fans there.
Mm.
I mean, what we see Hulkenberg last year get his first podium, and he forgot to bring his helmet up into the cool down room, and he was really out of place.
Yep.
We're going to see anything similar
Poor guy got the Lego trophy too.
from Kimi.
Didn't even actually get proper silverware.
Yeah. I'm sure they had to tell him, hey, you have to go sign this. Like, it's a whole thing now. It's not just, here's your win,
Oh yeah.
have some fun. It's,
Yeah.
you got to go sign the champagne bottle all of a sudden. You got to go sign the little Pirelli tyre thing.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Make sure you dock your helmet here.
Yeah.
Make sure you attend the cool down room. Make sure you watch the highlights.
I mean, what happens to that bottle?
There something does happen. I did remember looking into it last year when Piastri was signing so many of those bad boys, but I can't remember. I can't remember if they get to keep it or if it goes.
And why's he signing it?
I don't know. It's just a thing.
Oh,
Why not?
listen to him.
Do you reckon? You know how they say like you can't have a favorite child or a favorite son or whatever.
Hmm.
You can definitely have a favorite driver, right?
Oh, yeah.
And do you reckon
We
Kimi,
saw Zach last year.
you reckon Kimi is actually Toto's true favorite child?
They probably thought George was the next coming until all of a sudden this bloke rocked up.
Yeah.
Then he's like, blimey.
This kid's audacious.
Yeah. But is this not reminiscent of last year? Is this not going to be a bit of, oh, George, he's been with us for so long.
Well, and just kind of,
Angle the championship a little bit more for the hard yards.
he is a
paid.
Brit. He is a Brit. So
Yeah.
there's that thing.
And we'd
You know.
support Antonelli automatically over George.
Oh,
So
yeah.
again, we'd be heartbroken.
Yeah, true.
Not as much.
Yep. Yeah, true.
Oh, what's he doing? This is favoritism.
What's that?
Stefano in here.
What? Because he wasn't in the cool down room last year?
Well, he wasn't even in Australia, was he?
No, I don't know. You don't really see him too often, do you?
No.
But again, youngest pole sitter converts it to a race win. It's a moment. It's a moment that he wants to make sure he's in the photos for.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, Bono's going up.
Bono
with
and
him.
Lulu.
Yeah, wow. Hey, good call. Bono, Lulu, and Hamilton on the podium. And George. George is very suspiciously quiet over there, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's all by himself.
Yeah.
I mean, what an awkward, quadruple of people this is right now. Hamilton's replacement, Hamilton's ex-teammate, and Hamilton's ex-engineer.
And then the protege
Yeah.
who's
Italian.
poised to take that number one seat from George, probably. So, and then, you've got Behrman, Ferrari's next guy who's waiting, looking dangerous, looking hungry. So, yep. So, what do you think of China? Was it a good race overall? Were you entertained? Were you not entertained?
Again, it's the peaks and valleys. I was entertained at times.
If we weren't live streaming this, would you have
I
fallen
would have fallen
asleep?
asleep. Yeah, I would have
You
missed the
would've
second
fallen,
peak.
okay.
I would have
Yeah.
missed the second coming of the Chinese Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Because I would have fallen asleep after the first coming of it. And that's the truth.
Yeah, I believe it. The amount of times I text you something about the race and I get no response, I'm like, yep, easy.
And then I reply to you at 6 a.m. I go, oh, yes, crash.
Well, Japan next week, so let's have a look. What's the timing like for Japan? And then we're gonna have a month of no F1, which is
Maybe
not,
they'll bring out the esports series or something and have some iRacing.
Isn't
Formula
this the
One.
esports series?
Yeah.
I should be careful. I might get
It's
cancelled.
a good call.
Yeah,
It's a good call though. I like it.
Could get cancelled there.
You can't call it Formula E
Yeah.
esports.
This is a trick. I don't know if this is
You gotta
local
go
time.
AEDT. Oh yeah, all times are in Australian. Get out of it.
Did it say
All
that?
times are in
yeah,
Australian.
yeah.
Eastern, but is that standard or is that daylight? Yeah, you see, you still got to put in the AEDT.
So this is a problem for me.
Just put in AEDT at the end of your search. I can't believe I got to tell you of all people
No.
how to. Oh, the timing.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
not
yeah.
AUDT.
What did you say?
AEDT. Yeah, boy.
You're a tradie, and I can tell.
Well, that surprises me.
10.
Oh wait, what?
10 p.m.
On Saturday.
on Saturday, scheduled 8 p.m.
Oh, that's local.
Okay,
What is going on here? The race is held at Suzuka, and local time in Japan is 8 p.m. No, something's wrong here.
You don't think that's right?
We don't race on
Hang on,
Saturday.
that's 2005. No, that was that. This is the AI here.
Oh, right.
Just want confirmation of what time locally.
As in our time.
Here we are, F1 calendar.
This is what
As in our time.
That's what we're on. There you go. Japanese Grand Prix. Was it 4? Yeah, that's
It
right.
is 4. Okay, so that's. I'll have to do something about that.
Start coughing now.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, the flu's coming on. Yep. So yeah, 4 p.m. local time is the Japanese Grand Prix. So that is a good time for us Aussies. Not a good time for those of us who work on Sundays, but we'll sort that out. With no racing in April, will May feel like the start of a new season with teams getting some gremlins worked out?
We sort of spoke about this. Yeah.
Do you think they're going to get they're obviously going to be able to work on the cars, comb over the data, because they don't have to be so worried about the next race weekend and the next race weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
So surely we're going to see some teams close the gap and.
I don't know. I think
improve.
as a fan, it's going to really stumble their bit of momentum.
Oh, it definitely sucks.
You have 3 races back to back to back, and they've been a bit touch and go on how do you do, and then you're going to have just a month of,
It is a little bit of worst case scenario for Formula One,
I think
but
so.
it could be good for teams that are really struggling. I don't know if it,
I mean, what they said, I did read that the Formula One are going to make changes after China.
which
something.
lines up with everything, right?
Yeah. So this whatever changes they may make, we'll see implemented before Japan. So I guess Formula One have to hope that that's actually a good race, or they fix some of the issues that everyone's not happy with. But Japan doesn't have it's got long-ish straights, but not like what we've seen in the last 2 Grand Prix. So straight away, the whole super clipping business, especially in qualifying, it should get a bit better there. But yeah, I mean, straight away, teams they're always adapting and changing. But they've got a month to really, really push something through.
Yeah, I mean, teams like McLaren, they're going to be cheering. They will be stoked to have that extra time to sort out whatever is going on with their cars.
Yeah, they're a real mess.
Because you can argue that Oscar making his way out to the grid is partially driver error, but something still happened with the car to cause that to even occur, right? There's a problem there. And then they're both getting wheeled back into the pits this race.
No, just Oscar.
Well,
Lando didn't even get out.
Sorry, yeah. But you know what I mean. They're both not even getting a chance to even try and run the race, try and run the Grand Prix, get some laps in. So whatever it was a terminal, So
It's a
and they're going straight to Japan from here. So again, they're not going to have a lot of time to figure out what's going on. So that extra month.
Yeah. I mean, they're literally
They need it.
They got some points on the board, but reliability-wise, they're actually worse off than Aston, technically. Aston have started every race.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're yet to see Piastri complete a single Grand Prix lap.
Yeah, he's yet to start 2026.
Yep. So, thank God for sprint races.
Well, like I said, I might have start watching more practice just to see Buddy out there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no sprint race in Japan.
No, I completely forgot about this round being a sprint race too.
I figured I didn't hear from you.
When you messaged you watching live, I was like, watching what live, you idiot?
So, did you not watch sprint quali?
I watched it delayed. Oh, hang on. Sprint quali. No, hang on. What did you
Because I messaged you about the race. I was like, you going to be able to watch race? And you're like...
So I watched sprint quali.
CC.
But I had forgotten about it. And then...
I forgot about it too. I literally, opened my phone onto Facebook and it was like, and George, has done it. And I was like, shit.
Yeah, it wasn't on my mind at all. I was at work. You sent me a message about my watching live. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Of course I'm watching live. It'll be on later. And then that's where I said, what time does it start again? And you said...
I was on lap 3.
It's already on lap 3. Yeah. Oh, shit. guess not.
yeah. And then he started coughing and same old story.
Yeah. Yeah.
George already looked pretty upset when he was grabbing his trophy. He already looks pretty bored of second place.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how he conducts himself over these next few days. And
Wonder if Hamilton gives him any advice on how to remain best buds. I mean, they've got this weird brotherly seeming relationship between Kimmy and George.
big brother, little brother.
Yeah, whereas Nico and Lewis had definitely more of a old friends
Yeah.
type relationship.
So I don't know if you answered my question. Did you enjoy the Chinese Grand Prix? Yeah or no?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Alright.
enjoyed Ferraris battling.
All right. So anyone who's stuck with us to the end, thank you so much. Like, subscribe. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the interaction.
Thanks for the interaction. That was good. It was great.
It's always good fun. It's going to be needed when we come into these rounds that have pretty wacky start times.
Oh, yeah.
So, yep. Thanks for that. Anyone who came in and out of the stream, always appreciated. Anyone who watches the stream post race, because we had quite a few views come through post race, which I was not expecting.
No.
So,
George is definitely sulking.
George, yeah.
You can see when he had the podium, the trophies, he's not interested in coming second.
To be fair, that's my favourite George, a sulky George.
Well, you've seen a lot of him, so you're spoiled.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll be streaming next week again at Japan. So it's at a decent hour for us Aussies once again. So that's good. It's always nice for us. Yep. Anything you want to add before we switch off?
No. We're keen for Japan.
Oh, we're keeping you up here, buddy.
Oh, man. It's getting late quick.
We'll be recording the pod as normal. It'll come out tomorrow night at some point. So look out for that.
Yep.
And
Debrief what we just watched and categorize.
I'm looking forward to it. I think there's a lot of things to chat about. So,
yeah,
nothing in the Oscar Piastri realm to talk about.
Yeah.
So
we normally start the show with the Oscar segment.
Yeah. It'll be a very short segment this week.
Pretty light on.
Yeah.
2 weeks until Japan. Is that right? I thought this was a triple header.
Have
you bum steered me here?
No. What's where are we?
27th of March.
You are correct. Wow, I thought it was a triple header as well.
So what are we doing next week?
Okay, so we'll be
back next week.
We're not live streaming next week.
A standard episode of some description.
You probably don't want to see what we're live streaming next week, so
maybe for a separate channel
platform.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for the correction. We'll be live streaming Japan.
God, we're meant to be the professionals.
Mate, I tell you, this week has been something else. But
a week off, that actually makes sense. All Formula 1 saying they're going to implement changes after China makes sense that there's a week off.
Yeah. So don't pay attention to us. It's late here, and we're getting a week ahead of ourselves. But yeah, we'll be live streaming Japan when Japan does come around in a week. Next week, we'll just do a podcast episode as usual.
Yeah, we'll do something.
We'll figure something out. So look out for that. So thanks again for joining us.
All
right. GG's.
Catch us on the next one.
Until next time. Bye.